Hello. How's it going, everyone? Welcome. Hey, today we'll be playing a wee bit of that Titan Quest, as you can hear and see and feel, maybe. Ever since we did the wee bit of a subathon there, I was like, yeah, yeah, we could do some more again. We could do more. It's a fun one. It's a fun one. And yeah, absolutely. Like we're here to do some more of it. We do have like that one ongoing character. Hold on, let me step into a distance real quick too. There we go. Yeah, we do have one ongoing character, and we would be basically continuing with that character. And yeah, his also known as Huge Man, because of his ability to grow like the size of a cyclops, apparently. But again, I was like pondering, that maybe we can finish this game, depending if the interest would be there. We could maybe like do a thing about this here, right? Because like the second entry in Titan Quest is actually gonna release allegedly soon. So that'd be a whole thing. For me at least, like look, I would be pretty excited. I would be pretty excited for the sequel. I'm not gonna deny it. I think it'd be pretty neat. Is it Huge Man? Sorry, yeah, it's yes, Huge Man and Huge Game Time. That's right, Hex. How you doing? Lovely seeing you. Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, I would be pretty excited for the sequel, right? For Titan Quest 2, which I didn't even know about until the Superphone. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I did not expect it. I did not expect it whatsoever. Like, I mean, I knew they had a thing cooking, right? But I actually thought it got, like, canned, Like, I didn't think it would actually go through and whatnot. Yeah. I hope you're doing fantastically today. Hope you're ready to travel to Greece, do a bit of partying back there. And, yeah. Also, tomorrow. Oz, how you doing? Nice to see you. Going well. Tomorrow... And I had a vision. Got a vision. Still at work, so I gotta go again in a minute. Oh, man. Look, I'll be here. Okay? I'll be waiting for you whenever you're done with work, okay? I promise, I'll be here. I'll wait for you. But, yeah, I had a vision. I'm somebody who uses Streamlabs OBS. And, the more I use it, the more I'm realizing I should swap to normal OBS. So tomorrow I'll be doing that. So if any settings will be wonky or anything will be weird, that's probably why. I'll try to make it, as good as possible, as seamless of a transition as one could. But, again, I'm realizing the limitations because, basically what Streamlabs does is trying to scam me out of money for various things with OBS. In the meantime, offers to you for free. You just need to install a plugin. It's so scummy, dude. So yeah, there's gonna be that whole thing happening. But yeah, no, it's I'm curious on how smoothly that's gonna go over. But yeah, he only waits for us. Look, as long as you don't stop work at look, you get like 5 to 6 hours, okay? So you'll be fine. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I just kinda wanna swap over. So I just hope it won't like cause any issues on streams side of things. Again, hoping for it to be as seamless as physically possible, right? Other than that, other news. Vintage Story. Got a mod list together. For some Vintage Story. So now, I would need to go ahead, find a decent provider, right? And go ahead, run the server, start the server, make sure that everything's nicely tweaked. I did some testing yesterday in single player. It seemed to have worked for the most part. Now, the obvious issue was that there's still some mod incompatibilities, sadly. But you know, I'll be working my way through it, right? So hoping that that's gonna vintage server. That's right, community server will be happening. So anyone who wants to join can join. I'll be posting most of the kerfuffle in the Discord, so I have it like written down somewhere, right? Like actually written down. I will try and keep people as up to date as possible during my streams, right? But like it'll be on the Discord written down and everything accessible, right? It'll be like a 24/7 server. It'll be up for 1 month, and if people really end up liking it a lot, right? Like really get into the thing of, like into the swing of things, right? I don't mind extending it either, right? I don't mind having the server be around for longer than 1 month. It just depends on, if people are actually still active and want more and yada yada yada, right? Understand? And with some of the mods we got, I can genuinely see like a bit of a village vibe, like going in there. Like we can have alchemy, we can have butchers, we can have loggers, we can have like blacksmiths, clay potter people, carpenters, smiths, warriors, what else? Fucking postal people, I guess, because we got like letters in the game you can send to people with your own wax seal, by the way. And yeah, we also have gun. We also had the gunpowder mod with gun. So, I was like joking about it earlier. When I'm gonna live in the desert with like my musket, and I'll just be like a Tuscan Raider, and you just be like go like, like the entire time, So like it'll be a thing. Absolutely, but like, yeah, no, it's I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Like, it sounds like a fun old time. I will play while you guys sleep. My play hours are your done. Yeah, I mean, oh, by the way, Cos, really funny thing. Remember the Brazilian drug dealer game I played on stream during the subathon when you like educated me about the flamingos and whatnot? I shit you not. Like, I shit you not. I actually recognized, like, like, I was on Twitter, basically, right? And I saw, like, Lady Gaga did a crazy huge concert in, like, Rio. I kid you not. I recognized that place she did a concert in from that game. Like, I recognized it from that game. I was like, hold on. I killed like 200 people there in the game. Like, wait, hold on. Wait, it's actually very. Actually, hold on. It's crazy. I actually recognize this. Like the game was such a fever dream, and I actually recognized this thing. Like it's unbelievable. Like it was such a trip. It was such a trip, and now that I saw it, how like what else is actually that recognizable? Like it's crazy. So hey, kudos to the developer. Honestly, like I did not expect that. Yeah, Brazil is a fever dream. Listen, if I ever come to Brazil, I also want 100 million people to line up for me. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, that's the least you guys can do. Nah, dude, it's such a fever dream. Like that game on me, not Brazil. Also we're launching Titan Quest, by the way. That's what you heard in the background. We're going into the game now. But yeah, it's so crazy. I actually recognize that place. It's weird. Oh, by the way, I made a new character. His name is Twerkios. Twerkios, is Greek twerk. He's actually a pretty fun character. It's like a lightning warfare guy, but we got Gorgias, the huge man himself, and single player, because I did play some cheeky multiplayer as well of Titan Quest. But yeah, the game is huge fun, and we're gonna be doing some more huge gaming. So a little refresher for everyone who seeing this for the no. Everyone's seeing this for the first time. Badir, how you doing? Basically, ooh, oh dear. Maybe next time, you know. Just for you, Baldur, for tomorrow's stream, I'll make the lucky number 60, okay? And hopefully, you'll manage to do it, you know? 30. Also, Mr. Y, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. 69? It was actually 69 for the first time around, you know? I would be recycling the number though. But, yeah, basically, doing okay? That's pretty okay to hear. Hopefully, doing even better though. But yeah, welcome everyone. Yeah, tomorrow we got a schedule 1 happening. We'll be starting probably around the time we'll be finishing today. Looking forward to some of that. But today will be Greek. We'll be playing around with Huge Man. For the ones who don't know, this is basically a ARPG, but a very mythological thing like Diablo, but it's actually Greek, and then Egyptian later, and Chinese even later, and whatnot, before going back to Greek. So we're basically guy beating up a bunch of satyrs, except for this guy, he's cool. And in this game you can pick 2 mastery, right? And depending on what mastery you choose, you get like a unique class. So I'm a Templar right now. And the thing is, in my playthrough here, I got a few debuffs going right here, making my total defense minus 100% across the board, except for a few things. I do have a bit of resistance because of maybe dexterity, right? Like poison, bleeding, piercing damage increases, actually not that. Like some armor stuff like reduces some of the, or rather increases some of the resistances and whatnot. We did die 4 times, and all of them were to the same guy. I kid you not. I just died to the Cyclops because he one-shot me with like 2000 HP. Because I'm taking like double damage from everything. But like the game itself, it's a lot of fun. Never played an ARPG, seems fun. Aren't you the guy who plays a bunch of Path of Exile though? Yeah, and I'm basically defense, so there's a tank, whole tank spec, and Dream. Dream is a wacky one, but I did respec my character a little, so I can have like strings of empathy, you know, making people, if they attack me, take damage. Like 60% of the damage they deal to me, they take back basically. Oh, God. See, so Deathrow, for example, he bonked me, but like, he just took 60% of the damage I took back, you know? So Death, you just get bonked back in a way. Yeah. We also got some of this here being more physical damage, basically. It's a passive. Psionic Touch, meaning I do more damage if I just attack. It's my new left-click ability. Eventually I would like Distortion Wave. But that's for... It's going well. Hi, Death. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to... Huge Man Gaming. I turn on the trance. You know, I sleep well. And yeah, welcome. We're basically looking at this. We're like currently halfway through the first chapter, because stealth is like the halfway point. A little more than halfway, I would say, right? And yeah, we're in the Highlands of Parnassus right now, and then we just go to like, I think maybe Athens. I think we'll go to Athens, and then we go to the Labyrinth of the Minotaur, and then we beat the chapter of the game. And we go to Egypt. The Return! That's right, because you know what you're doing. Welcome to Huge Man Gaming, the guy with 100% weakness to everything, yet still beating up everyone else. But yeah, no, it's lovely seeing you all here again. I mean, like... Again, I just genuinely hope people actually enjoy Titan Quest, right? It's a fun game to play, for sure. And, like, it's also a little older, so not everyone knows of the game either, right? And, again, Titan Quest 2, I didn't even realize it was a thing until I actually did the Subathon stream, right? So, I'm huge excited for that one as well. We can take some yellow items. I also played with someone and they were like, yellow? yellow should be super rare. And I'm like, no, yellow's been always like magical items. They're like, no, blue's magical. I'm like, what? Hasn't it been the same like in Diablo? And I'm like, I was actually wrong. Because like, I was so used to yellow being magical from like games like Grim Dawn and whatnot that I just associated it with like, you know, magical items, not blue. But after we looked it up, I was like, oh wait, no, actually they were right. Yeah. Yeah, they were actually correct. And oh look, nice sandal. And yeah, they were actually right. Though I still remember using mainly yellow items in Diablo still, because like blue kind of became ass after a while. I think it was actually fairly quickly. Yeah, to Titan Quest build, yeah. Doing decent, although my project partner didn't show up to do what they said. Don't really want to talk about it though. That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, no, I mean, it always sucks when, like, you know, somebody says they're gonna do something and then they don't do it, like... I don't know if it was you I talked about it as well, when I was, like, trying to do something, but, like, some of the people I was working on the thing with, didn't do what they said they had to do, so I had to be like, listen, like, I'm just gonna do so much, and everything else you don't do, I will throw you under the bus for it. Like, I literally will throw you under the bus. Like, I did everything I needed to do. There's literally nothing else I can do. Like, I literally need you guys to step up and do that stuff, you know? Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was you. Also, we're gonna be fighting pig people now. As we enter the war camp. Let me tell you a story while we were killing some satyrs. So, during my first Titan Quest stream, I did mention it briefly that I used to do a lot of custom maps for the game, right? And I mean it. I used to do a lot of those maps for the game, right? Like a lot of them. And you know what my first ever Titan Quest map actually was that I actually was fairly happy with? I took the war camp assets from this place here, right? I took them, and satyrs, right? Satyrs are like the first enemy you fight in the game. They're like the lowest level, next to maybe some skeletons. So my campaign started with satyrs, right? So imagine this, you had a bunch of Spartan on one side, and then you had a bunch of satyrs on the other side. And I called the map Viet Satyr, because it was a play on Vietnam, you know, because, you know, I was in high school back then, so whatever, you know. But, like, it was a massive, like, war zone, effectively. And I think I'm gonna have to turn huge for this guy. You know it's serious when Huge Man actually becomes huge. You know playtime's over when that actually happened. So yeah, Viet Satyr was like the first map I actually did, and you basically concluded it by killing the Satyr Shaman, right? That we killed like as our first boss as well. And I know it's maybe a little cringe, you know, but like it was still a fun map, you know. I actually did like it. I would love to show people the maps I used to have made, right? I'd love to do that, right? But the tragic reality, I don't think I actually have them. I don't think they're available anymore. I don't think they exist anymore. It's really like saved on my old laptop, and I don't think that laptop either works still or exists anymore, you know? I think it might just be lost, you know, to the annals of history. But, if I was to find it, right? If I was to find any of them, I would love to show you guys some of those things as well, right? Like, I would absolutely adore going back in the past with the game. So shit, I don't know where to begin. The main reason put up with all of the bullshit school for me right now is to make me experience 10 times the traditional art mediums. And some of them are way better than what I did before starting the course, and I'll special. Wait, so basically what happened is you were specializing into something before way better than what I did before starting the course. Right. Basically, like, specialize into something, and then you realize, like, some other things better before, like, after you specialize, basically. Is that what happened? So, You know, I was going to ask you, Sean. Yeah, I would love to. I would really love to. Listen, I would have to scour my old hardware if I can find a hardware to begin with. I would know where it is. I just don't know if it still exists. Right? That's the issue right now. I don't know if it's still a thing. Also, Shogofu, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm sorry to hear that you have to deal. But like, can't you like potentially still like you know of the different mediums, right? Like, if you can like slightly pivot to them more or less. I mean, I know it's hard, you know, after specializing into something, right, to pivot, but like if you do prefer it way more, if you couldn't like try and work towards it and whatnot and make that your speciality, so to speak, or would it not work? Pardon my ignorance, but yeah, I'm just trying to understand and maybe help out a little. Yeah. I would like to do more lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming's for free, basically. Like, I just do more electrical damage and vitality damage, while also do physical damage with it. So, it's a good option. It's a good option. We just hit harder. Basic. Our average damage right now is 114. 115 now. Yeah. Art college, bro. I'm kinda afraid of people in art college. It's like... I could have gone to art school as well. But, well, no, sorry. I wanted to go to art school as well for, like, game design and whatnot. But, they didn't end up taking me because I didn't have enough coding knowledge. Is what basically happened with that one. And, you know, it sucked, but I'm actually happy I didn't go in the end. Because looking at the school itself, like, yeah, it does have some rep, and yeah, you will have it be on paper, like, written down, hey, you have the bachelor and whatnot. And that's, like, cool and all. However, they honestly don't teach you anything that you can look up in the internet. Like, if I really want to go hard into, like, game design, I could learn most of the things probably on the web. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. They probably wouldn't teach me anything too crazy. They probably wouldn't. I would just need to pay for it and be more like of a one-to-one experience, and I could maybe ask questions, but other than that, you know, after looking more into it, I actually wasn't too unhappy with the fact that it didn't take me. But, you know, I was still able to, like, artistically express myself, even if it wasn't for, like, you know, designing a game itself. Because, again, I used to like it a lot, right? I did, again, those Titan Quest maps and whatnot, right? I always loved, like, fiddling around in, like, the Gmod folders back in the day as well, right? And making my own unique little StarCraft minigames that did involve a bit of coding, you know, even though it was simple. I did, like, turn Conan Exiles, and, you know, respective Unreal Engine, like, inside out with how much I dabble in that. Like, it's always something I liked a lot, right? But, it never became, like, my career. But, like, I then, like, pivoted to, like, doing some concept art, which, you know, similar vein, but, like, not quite the same, right? Yeah. Huge companies do not hire with papers, so yeah, I know. Same here. You need the paper. You need the paper, even if you can do it. But the good thing is, with more artistic things, you can like show your portfolio, and you know, portfolio should like show basically the things that you're like good in, right? Like it actually, it's like a demo, right? Like it visualizes, it shows like the people a little more about you, you know, without like the you know, actual paperwork. So you know, you can still land like a job in that like area, even if you're not like paper certified, which I think is a good thing at least, right? Like it shows skill, not just like pure knowledge and whatnot. Which again, I always appreciated. But it's still a cutthroat business, you know, like it's still pretty rough. So don't get it twisted. They're extremely rough. Also, I think the Gorgons will be like the next boss we'll be facing, like the next proper boss. I think it's gonna be the Gorgons, yeah. Could be some videos, yeah. But, yeah, nah, it's, it is a whole thing, right? It's, yeah. It does suck a lot, though, when you, like, specialize in something and then it's like, oh, by the way. Oh, look, we got pig people. We got the Japanese orcs right here. Yeah, the Boreman Veteran Enforcer. Yeah, Connor's is a scam. It absolutely depends also on what you try and go for and where you are, right? Like, I know that the US is pretty bad with, like, you know, the cost for college being like, what, 30k, 40k Warhammer and whatnot, like it's really expensive. Before I did was line drawing with graphics pencil. Now I just draw with it charcoal, Conti, colored penciling. Yeah, I did that as well, yeah. Painting class made me realize I like painting, oil painting, acrylic paint, different painting substances, wood paper, yeah. Expert painting. Now I'm doing sculpture, clay plaster, plus photography, a bazillion different things in that. Yeah, you wrote a lot. Now that's fine though. Yeah, depends on the state as well. Absolutely, yeah. College is free for the first 2 years and it's supposed to be 4 years, right? Scholarship. So yeah, scholarships are also a thing I heard. We don't really have them here because, well, it doesn't bankrupt you either. it's a thing, right? But yeah, I know scholarships are a thing. I heard there's also like an app to help you out with scholarships, like, you know, scholarships you might have access to, but you just haven't been told about or something like that. But yeah, basically, like, so what do you prefer to do? Like, do you prefer doing sculpturing? Do you like doing photography? Do you like doing all of them? Like, do you just like painting, like the whole thing? Like, I do like talking about it. I very much do. Well, we got Rotbone here, you know, he's a little stinky fella. Rotbone is like little Rotbone posse, you know. The good thing is his posse is like killing itself off right now because, you know, I reflect damage back. There we go. Again, we're playing like on super hard difficulty while also keeping the game on normal difficulty. That makes sense because of all the modifiers up on the top.
You're no monster.
Yeah.
Oh, fake Olympus.
I'm not. I mean, I can be a monster if you want me to, of course.
Centaurs and harpies and satyrs.
Yeah.
To where? Just a few still here, and the worst of them, they're lurking in the
I've
cave
never
at the
used my
heart of the
degree for
camp.
college
What
or
will
any
you do?
work I've done.
Stay away.
Yeah, I mean that's also a thing,
They'll
right?
turn you to stone.
A lot of people just haven't been able to do that as well, which fucking sucks, right? Like you dedicate time to it, and then you might not even end up using it, right? I mean, I ended up using my stuff because I kind of, you know, I was like, hey, my guy, I already learned that profession, right? I already have a degree in it, right? Like, I want to work in it. And let me tell you, the thing I got my degree for, right? Brutal. Absolutely brutal to find a job in. Like, it was like finances and whatnot. I ended up doing like accounting work and whatnot, right? But like, yeah, no, I was not a happy being doing that, so I eventually stopped. Also, Hand of Kairos! What that do? That do something real good, apparently. Physical damage I like, health regen I like, attack speed I like, move... Yeah, it's good, it's good. It's real good. I like the Hand of Kairos. Look at it. Was mostly okay, some crazy lefty people though, including some of the teachers. Oh, I mean, I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised at that, you know? That sounds about right, honestly. Sehr gut! Dude, sehr good indeed. So, for context, because I'm playing with all those negative modifiers, I have a way higher chance of finding rare items, which, you know, blue means rare, purple means legendary. But, like, due to my level, I probably won't even be finding legendaries. Either more like a higher difficulty thing. Okay, hold on, let's walk back a little, walk it back. Yeah, like what I lack is AoE. That's what I'm lacking. I'm not gonna die, don't you worry, I'm not gonna die. This is a controlled environment. I just need to kill that lich. Lich being a bit of a pain, you know? Yeah. That's where they spawn. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. Go for robotics and have a degree in cybersecurity instead. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's... You deal with electricity still, you know? Like, it's... Totally the same thing, of course, right? Totally the same thing. Totally comparable. Both involve electricity in some way. Robotics was something I was also very interested in as a wee lad. Like, I think it's really cool. I still think it's really cool, right? But I don't see myself, like, actually working a degree or anything like it in there, right? So, just that. But, yeah, always thought it was, like, very neat. It was just this, hard stuff. There was some fun stuff, like robotics, electronics programming, and some deep OS stuff that was fun. Yeah, so when I was, like, in Prague as well, right? Which, that was when I still had my game design dream, right? So I went to Zurich, Zurich said no, and I eventually went to Prague, to a private school, or a private college, whatever you want to call it. And I was trying to learn like game design and everything there instead. And you know, they took me everything, right? It was like it was a solid experience, not gonna lie. They taught you also some like deep OS stuff in there, right? So dude, they taught you how to make a zip bomb in that, you know, school. Like, I don't know why they like, well, they didn't teach you outright how to make zip bombs, right? But they were like, hey, so technically, if you were to put this code there, you could totally mess someone's PC up. By the way, don't do it though. But like you could, you know, like it's it felt very hacker-man-y as well. Some of like the courses you had in there, right? But again, I went for some more arty stuff. Oh shit, we got 2 blues right there. Wait, that's huge. That's actually huge. We got 2 blues, not 1 but 2. From like random monster drops as well, what the fuck? Those undead liches suck. Actually hurt a lot. Due to that entire elemental damage thing they get going on, yeah. Last week teacher skips over all the male contemporary and historic photographers. Well, because they're like so lefting, like so extremist, or that why? Crown of the Dead. Yeah, the Crown of the Dead, we won't be using this on Necromancer thing, obviously. And, that would be ideal for, like, some sort of lightning mage here, the Elfaros. It was pretty cool. I would be pogging if I wouldn't be dying, you know? That's a thing that prevents me from pogging, you know? It's like heavy hemorrhaging and electrical burn. Yeah, that does, you know, stop me from pogging most of the time, you know? I just don't want to die, you know? I want to treat this as much of a hardcore run as physically possible. We ignore what happened with the Cyclops battle, because he just one-shot me casually. A couple times. Yeah. Now watch me do it. Yeah, no, I mean... Basically, though... I mean, there's a couple of things where I can say, hey, you shouldn't be doing it, but I totally did it. You know, like, don't do it, but I did it, you know? Famous historic artists were sex offenders and stuff like that. Right? Okay, now here's a thing. Might be a little controversial, right? If someone's a horrible person, right? And they make banger art, like art that's actually like really good, does that take away from the art itself or not? Because I personally think if I view art as a subjective medium, right? Like it's very subjective, right? Like it's You know, if something's really good, I'm just gonna be like, hey, you know what? That's really good. You know, I don't care if they did like horrible things or something. Like, it's still a good art piece, okay? I'm not supporting the person or anything like that. I just can appreciate that art. You know what I mean? So like similar to games, right? Like there was some drama about Schedule 1 being like racist, but you know what? Schedule 1's still a fun game, right? Like, I don't care if the dev's an asshole or something. If the game's still fun, I'm still gonna play the game, right? Like, game fun, I play game. You know, game fun, I play. Art good, I look at art. You know? Like, I'm just saying. Yeah. This guy's about church. Morality-wise, only if you know about it. Product-wise, no. Yeah. I mean, like, look, I'm just saying, like, person's actions shouldn't take away from the art itself. Like, if it's... Okay, let's do some extreme, right? Like Adolf Hitler, right? He did do art, right? And maybe some people appreciate his paintings. It doesn't mean they're a Nazi, you know? Like, I'm just saying. Yeah, like some people get it very much twisted as well. Also, Klaus, playing the Orcish Lotto, you just got it. It's good. You're the closest so far today, you know? But yeah, I'm just saying, people can appreciate art without, like, you know, having to, like, deal with the person itself, so to speak. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay, Cause is way closer now. 30 out of 23. Again, mind you, it's a 1% chance to win. Okay, because it goes from 1 to 100. And yeah, it's the Gorgons. It's the Gorgons we'll be fighting, yeah. Don't make it your personality and try to defend the awful shit I say. Life's too short and fucked up to care about everything. Yeah, I mean... A second 23... No, 23 is what you need to get. 23 is what you need to get. Don't worry about it. It's what you need to get. Yeah. Yeah, no, don't worry. You're not the first one to have done that. It's okay. I might need to rephrase it a little. You know, so people see it more clearly. But yeah, no, I mean... Yeah, absolutely don't make it your personality, right? Absolutely don't make it your personality. I'm just saying, people can appreciate art without, like, some of the drama behind it and whatnot, right? Some people might appreciate art because of their history and the drama behind it, you know? Like again, it's very subjective in that regard. And what I'm sharing is my subjective opinion on it, right? But, like, I'm just saying... I could appreciate something that looks good. Shut up. I could appreciate something that's good looking, you know, art-wise, or like very enjoyable or whatever, without like having to be like, oh yes, this guy, you know, he ate people. He ate people. Don't appreciate his art. He ate people. I'm like, well, it's still a good piece, okay? It's still good looking. Yeah, looking at some of the 40k fans, dude. Yeah, 40k can be very intense. We're not naming people, but... No, it's like, 40k can have some very intense people as well. I know MMOs can be extremely intense as well, right? Like, people make MMOs their entire personality. Or rather, one game. And they will defend it to the death, which... Don't do it, it doesn't sound healthy at all.
Traveler with goods to store.
But, yeah, no, it's stuff like that. And you have to have some special deep meaning. Yeah, art doesn't have to have a special deep meaning. You know, maybe it just looks good because you want to look it good, you know? It doesn't have to be, oh, what the fuck? Ladies! Sorry, I got, like, attacked by women out of nowhere. I didn't expect that to happen, you know? Sorry, like... Yeah, like, it doesn't always have to have a deep meaning, you know? Like, maybe we can agree that modern art is shit because of, like, it looking like shit. Looking at you paintings that have just some squiggly lines and that's about it and selling for $1 billion. Just saying. I think we're actually about to find, like, Medusa and whatnot. I think that's actually what's about to happen. Yeah. Stalkers on DayZ. When I met Rondark, I met so many people that are entire life just stalkers. Seriously, it's weird. It's weird. It doesn't sound healthy at all. It really doesn't sound healthy. It's just extra brains, yeah. Ladies, haven't you seen the blue orc before? Ladies, please, ladies. There's enough blue orc to go around for everyone. Okay, we got Medusa, Heno, and the other one. Ladies, please, please, Medusa, you're the most famous one out of all three here, alright, baby? Listen, you, huge man! Look, Steno, we'll deal with you first, okay? Because you just happen to be right here, alright? We'll just deal with you first. Who's healing? Which one of you is healing? Rayleigh, you know, like, you're next, okay? We'll be dealing with you too. And Medusa, how you doing? Hey, listen, huge man, I know I became a little smarter just for you though, okay? It's, don't, ladies, please, there's enough. Gorgius, whatever my name is, to go around here, okay, there we go. We defeated the Gorgons. The first time on the Anniversary Edition, by the way. Because I used to play this game on its other version as well, you know? There we go. Let's take all the loot and then proceed to literally sell all of this here, you know? Those yellow items are poopy. And we don't really care about them. Blue item, blue item, blue item? Aw, no blue item. No blue item here. What a shame. Yeah. Was that a GOG achievement pop-up? Nah, that was Steam. Steam has those pop-ups. Anniversary is perfectly fun to play on Steam, by the way. It's not one of those games where you need to have GOG on to work. Is Rust a game where you can make paintings in the game? Like, I heard about a game where people are trying to save their artworks when their base gets raided. I wouldn't know. I just know Rust is the game.
I let those Gorgons get the better of me. I won't make that same mistake twice.
Yeah, because they're dead.
The Telkeen. He is a great sorcerer who can summon beasts.
Yeah, the Telkeen. That's the boss, by the way.
My village was attacked by a fearsome Telkeen. Everyone was killed. Everyone but me. I tracked him here from
that's
the
actual
east.
plot, by the way.
I would have had my revenge too, if it hadn't been for those Gorgons nearly turning me to stone. He now marches his army toward...
Yeah, we need to go to Athens right now. But, yeah, again, it's, I don't know about Rust. I just know Rust is the game where we get offline raided and then quit the game afterward. You know, that's what I do know.
Thank you, but goodbye.
Bye.
I have matters to...
Thank you, but goodbye. You know, she did say so. You know, she did say so. He has matters to attend to. What can I say, you know? Please clap. Please, please. Please, don't worry, lady. I made those Gorgons into a Gorgon. That's right, they're all gone. Let me hydrate real quick. I got like... It's weird. So I got like this new water bottle here. It's like a little glass water bottle with some fizzy water. But you know what? I'm not someone who usually drinks fizzy water. But this water is so fizzy sometimes, right? It's so fizzy, it feels like I'm downing acid at times, you know? Like, it's just like... Guys, it's a little too fizzy for my liking. What can I say? It's you know, there's a... And the fizzometer, it's pretty high up, okay? Oh shit, we got a profaner Gorgon. Right. We don't want any profanities, Gorgon, okay? We don't want any of those. But yeah, the Telekines are basically the main villain of Titan Quest, right? They're the sorcerers summoning all the evil shit and, you know, making the world go, you know, to hell. Basically, right? And they're the ones who are intending to free Typhon, the Titan, to kill Zeus himself. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. We'll meet him eventually. Bonk. I just don't want to leave the cave just yet. I want to deal with more of them Gorgons for no apparent reason, really. There we go.
You can't carry anymore.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Back to Delphi. Also, I'm playing Stellaris in my free time. I really like the new things. Hated the planet changes, but the game is faster and probably I will get 200+ hours out of it. That's what that is. Yeah, you know, main thing is that you're really enjoying it, right? I mean, again, I burned myself out on Stellaris, right? Like, I will not be denying it. I completely burned myself out on it. But, absolutely no, like, you enjoy it, King. You enjoy it, okay? Go in, delve deep into the organic ships and tell me all about it.
Shields, potions, greaves, bows, helmets of all
Bye.
kind again.
Bye. Come again? Oh? Yeah, no, it's like, I haven't played it in such a long time. I just kinda got, like, burned out on the game after playing it for, like, a couple hours. And when I say a couple hours, I mean a couple many hours, okay? It's not like I played only for, like, 2 hours or something. I played it! Okay, I played it for a while. Okay, majestic chest. No blue item, though. Yeah, the blue items have, like, a specific stinger as well they play whenever, like, they drop and whatnot. But, yeah, no, it's a shame, it's a shame. How much Electrum do I have right now after killing, like, the Gorgons, like, the Gorgon Queens and whatnot? 38,000. Getting there, slowly but surely. Organic ships actually work different from normal ships, with Veterancy actually adding ship parts and like a big dragon that eats planets. Oh shit! And that's actually pretty cool though. So basically, the longer the ship survives, the more, like, the stronger it can actually become. Like you'll be adding like more, like you'll be able to add more parts to it and basically make it grow bigger in that sense, right? I mean, but that also means like you can't like create big ships from the get-go, or can you like make like huge like organic ships from the start? Black Greek outfit. Yeah, I'm gonna go with some. I'm feeling a little edgy right now, you know. Our attack makes us spawn okay, so it's a tag thing basically that makes us spawn in stronger things. And by the way, the Cyclops we thought was right here. So we went all around here. We went through this entire part here, right? We went through all of this stuff because the bridge collapsed. We went to such a big detour because bridge gone, by the way. And river are a little wet, you know, so we didn't bother. I love when games do that, you know. Oh shit, we got a special flame spear guy. Huge man! Huge man absolutely killed it. Not gonna lie, it might have been a little overkill against that one special centaur, you know, in hindsight. But you know, Huge Man Gaming, it's real, you know, it's real, it's crazy. We all love it, okay? Huge Man does not play games around either, you know. We are deadly serious about Huge Man Gaming here. Bonk. Wait. Bonk. Open chest, yeah. You can spawn juveniles, and the more they kill, the more they grow. Yeah. No, that's like, I got that part. I just wasn't sure if it was like, you can only get juveniles, and like, depending on veterancy, you only, like, you can only have them grow, so it'd be like, you know, you can be extremely strong, but it'd be like a huge setback if you actually lose the strong ones, right? Like, that's what I thought you meant. But, like, yeah, I see that, like, when you have tech levels unlocked, that you can, like, get the big ones, also, like, built effectively. Yeah. About the barrow thing, when you said to make sure I husk someone, the maiden voyage died to husk infection due to the doctor getting bit and treating everyone else and forgot to treat himself. And forgot to tell anyone. Oh, that's great. Well, I mean, hey, I'll count it. Thank you. Thank you for having the doctor forget about it. I know what you did. I know what you did, okay? Yeah. Which, speaking of, again, unrelated to you doing Barrow, there's gonna be some Barrow happening this Friday as well. A bit of a streamer group. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Some people are playing for the very first time. Some people, you know, play the game. I think I'm the guy with the most veterancy in Barrow Trauma, though. So, like, there might be a good chance people will be like, hey, yo, can I do this? How about this, you know? You know, I don't want to be the forever captain, however, either, you know? I mean, I could be captain, but I just really like playing as the medic. And, like, genetically amplifying people, you know? And maybe have somebody be like my guinea pig, and, you know, they're just gonna be like my, my genetic victim, you know? That or engineer. Engineer can be pretty fun too, or mechanic when you like make your little mech suit and whatnot. Yeah. Sergeant. Friday, yeah, Friday it is happening. Yeah, it's simply, you know, scheduling. It's simply the day that worked out best for everyone else. So yeah. And I have someone playing Navigator for me, so I don't have to do the point-click adventure. Yeah, I know, I feel like playing as Captain in Baritone is extremely boring at times. Like, it's... You're just gonna sit there, you click around, you give orders, maybe. That's about it, you know? Like, maybe you go ahead and like, you know, buy some stuff, give people, like, wages so they stop adding you. But, like... Other than that, you know, really ain't much else, you know, you do as captain, right? Like, I like playing my captain more like the security guy and like shoot stuff, you know? I'm like, I lead by example, you know? I go in and blast everything, you know? Looking at you, abandoned outposts, looking at you. Oh yeah, see that? See this? See this right here? See this? No, it's not me suddenly developing guilds. No. Here's how the water works in the game, by the way. This is a perfect example. So, you know, normally I can't go into the water, right? Normally you can't. Because they used like a little brush to mark the hill as unwalkable. They forgot it to do this back here. What you can do is basically go underwater like this. See, I would know. Because I made a underwater map once we fought those Itchians, those fish people. I went ahead and made an entire underwater map. You can also change the color of the water, and you can also change how fast the water flows in the direction it flows into. So you can literally make a corn map with like rivers of blood and whatnot. Same with Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn works the exact same. If you know how to make maps in Titan Quest, you will most certainly know how to make maps in Grim Dawn as well. They use the same thing. The same things, by the way. Which, by the way, if anyone would be interested in me, like, streaming any of that stuff, like, any like, map creation for Grim Dawn, or, like, Titan Quest or stuff like that, I'll be very excited to do it, you know, like, it's a good old time. All I'm saying. Cross-ledge. Like, it's, I'd love to, like, lift the magician's curtain and, like, show you behind the scenes and whatnot. And, show you guys how it looks like. I like Bertrand, but I don't have people to play, and when you guys play, usually I can play because of my wife and daughter demand attention from time to time. Tell your wife and daughter to also join into Barotron. It's like +2 more people. Think about it, like, that's like stonks right there, you know? If you get your daughter and your wife to play Barotrauma, it doesn't. They don't have to be good. They can play as assistants, okay? It'll be fine. It'll be fine, okay? Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Don't you worry about it. I'm like opening a bunch of these things right now. Yeah. Asking for an away team 6 times, not going to answer, and to become the one-man away team die, and then everyone goes, hey, where's the captain? Yeah, basically, right? I can't lie, I also experienced that before, right? Like, you know, if you want to do something right, you gotta do it yourself, is what I learned in that game, you know? But, yeah. I made a bit of a mod list for Barotrauma for Friday. And I know not everyone's cool with the spooky elements. Now, I think Barotrauma can be an absolutely hilarious game. I know, I'm just saying. It has its spooky moments, right? But, yeah, I try not to go overboard with some of the crazier Husk mods and whatnot, you know? There's some folks that ask, like, please no spooky. Please not too much spooky. I'm like, okay. So I proceeded to get a Husk Chimera mod. And, you know, I was pondering about a Dead Space mod as well, you know, I was pondering about it, but, like, look, it had some really cool equipment. I like the equipment in the Dead Space mod, And some of the necromorph outposts can be really fun to actually deal with. The rule of immersive repairs due to not having enough mechanics. Oof. Yeah. I did look at the mod as well. I didn't choose it because, again, we have a lot of first-timers playing on Friday there, so I didn't go with it. But, I did briefly look at it, and it looked pretty cool. Like, with the different welding tools and whatnot that one can have. Also, it's Gracchus the Graveless. Hey, Gracchus, what are you doing? Let me put you back in your grave real quick, yeah? There we go. Took a while, but we got him eventually. Pop. Sorry, Lich is kind of priority, you know, I don't like dealing with him. I also started to have to use my energy as well because of my left-click ability now using mana. So I gotta be careful not to run out of mana with it. Same in, like, giant form as well. Having engineering, honestly, no one ever plays them. Engineering can be fun, and usually I also like double dip, like engineers and mechanics, you know. Like, they're meant to repair individual things, but they usually repair both things anyway, so you kind of have, like, interchangeable engineers and mechanics in the end. But, you know, speaking of the skills themselves, on the other hand, yeah, they... Engineers... I feel like mechanics get played more than engineers, but, like, people tend to be security. Security or doctor, I feel like, are the most played ones. Which is funny because I did add a mod that adds new classes from one of my favorite mods that make it more Space Station 1314-esque, right? Being Thalassophobia. I think Thalassophobia is an excellent mod. And they add stuff like the Cultist with the Cultist rituals and the actual Clown class. And the Chemist for like botany and whatnot. Now, to be fair, they don't have as many talents as the actual endgame classes. But, they're fun to, you know, mess around with. There's also another, like, class that is very similar to security, but, like, beefy. From, like, one of the mods. I forgot which one it is again. We're not using it, but, I know of them. It's like, you know, basically... security but on steroids. Is basically what that one is. I'm gonna become slightly smarter. Okay? Because intelligence does determine elemental damage, vitality, and energy restoration rates. So I'm gonna hit the books a little. I'm gonna get some more lucid dreaming, because again, free attack power. This increases total damage. I don't think it increases cost of, you know, using the skill. I think we should be fun in terms of that as well. Gotta make sure you have the right one. Also works with Virtualmatic. Yeah, I know it does. I know it does. Like, I personally love the Dead Space mod. I think the Dead Space mod is huge. But, again, I also know some people, you know, they're not into the spooky, scary stuff. So, you know, maybe later today if we're gonna end up adding it or not.
With goods to store.
I don't want to traumatize people accidentally. Now, if I traumatize them, I would do it on purpose, if anything, you know?
Make light your weighty burden, warrior.
Alright, don't think I want anything else here.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can help me. Buy. Purchase my goods. Go ahead. Buy from me. I will not buy anything from you, but buy from me.
Come again.
I don't think I will. Because next up we should have Athens unlocked. So that'll be a big old new area. Very much looking forward to Athens. Hello. Ephesus Valley. It's a little swampy again. I'm looking with Electrum. 41k. Yeah, we're like really getting it way faster than we used to. Which is really good. Because again, I got like 20k from like my first Titan Quest stream. That was again part of the subathon. If anyone's curious about that, that's where it actually is. And yeah, we're already getting more money because stuff is higher level, so you know, by default, we're getting enriched in that sense with the Electrum. Oh yeah, there's also something I wanted to do. I completely forgot about. Yeah, let me show you in a moment. Because when looking at the gear, there's one little field that's left empty. Take care of that as well. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to some questing with the Titans. How are you doing? It's a fun game. I do like it. I do like it. You know, it's one of the things that I kind of resumed from the subathon as well. You know, and yeah, it's just a really fun thing to do. You know, and just like fucking around in the game. I used to do a lot of custom maps in it, so I do know some behind the scenes basically, and I was curious as well earlier if people were interested in like a little map creation stream for Titan Quest. I know, like it might not be the same, it might not hit the same, but like maybe have like a little community level or something like that would be pretty fun, no? Yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty big, pretty huge, pretty huge, man! Yeah, I'm doing pretty grand, you know? Yeah, thing about huge man is, huge man becomes really large. Anyways, I fight a demon. I found the ancient Lemur, the Life Eater, and I killed the ancient Lemur, the Life Eater as well. Aren't you guys impressed?
How did you do that?
I grew.
I expected that Lemurs to... Oh, my apologies, noble warrior.
No,
I'm
just really big. I can grow exponentially if I want to, okay? So anyways, that's how I'm doing. so yeah, that's how I'm doing, by the way. Yeah, the lemurs again. Lemurs, they suck. Again, they're demons that, you know, do life damage to you, and they basically heal themselves off the damage they dealt to you as well, right? So they can be extremely annoying to deal with at times. But they're no match against huge man mode. You know, the gargant that I am. Okay, there's some stuff down here as well. I do want to map it out, even if there's absolutely nothing for me. There's a Shrine of Healing. Convenient. Meow. Sorry about killing those ancient Greek cat girls, alright? Sorry about doing that stuff. Ow. I still don't like the fact that his hunting horn does so much damage to me. You know, I still don't appreciate that fact. You know? It's so annoying. It's really annoying. Why he blow horn so hard that my ears go owie? You know? Why he do that? Why he know blow hard like horn quieter? You know, like really rude. You know, it's really rude. But yeah, let me show you the thing I was on about earlier. Is well. Was any quests we have open? Grieving Widow. Oh yeah, I guess I can go back to her and be like, hey yo. Did a thing. Gotta go back to Delphi regardless, you see. But yeah. Now it's always lovely to see you around, Faye. I was also talking about the barotrauma stuff earlier, so forward to it.
I sell to the wise and powerful.
Yeah, that's the wise and powerful.
Shopping here?
Yes.
Travel far. Away from here.
Okay, asshole. Okay, asshole.
Make light your weighty burden, warrior.
So, we could... Fire damage, burn damage, physical resistance, fire resistance. Energy leech? No. I have like boarhide, like the little shell, the turtle shell. They're in the wrong place, by the way. Red Fang, Essence Valor, Venom Sack. Bout of Eternal Night, we're just gonna have casually twice right now. Spectral Matter, Demon Blood, We didn't really find too many ghosts in the game. Yeah. You enjoyed Bapis? It sounds like Greek food. Or for gyros sort of guy. I'm more of a gyros guy, you know? I hope that answers the question, you know? Rigid carapace. You can get that from either. Didn't I remove those? I know one of those was almost done. Yeah, the pale moon. Lightning damage, burn damage, lightning damage, intelligence. Add more damage. Also damage, but fire. 11 damage, fire. Death Rattler. Death Rattler seems like the thing to be the closest to. It's this thing. Good. Gonna get flashed now. If so, I counter flash. There we go. So yeah, Zeus Essence and Scroll of the Storm Witches. I have one of those with me. And I did go out of my way to complete one of the turtle shells as well. Would be that.
Farewell.
Farewell. Farewell. But yeah, well, what actually, what is it actually, though? Know what I meant to do. Know what I meant to do. When you accidentally summon a bunch of harpies, you know? Yeah, the pale moon. Gives me also attack power. So I just became quite a bit stronger. Due to that alone. Also smarter.
Nothing else.
Okay, I have my harpy harem with me. Yeah, I became a flasher. It's one of my abilities, you see. Pretty strong, if I do just say so. Alright, harpies. Monster encampment. I killed the cat girl. Whether people want me to or not, I kill. Look, the harpies, they're an accident. I didn't mean to summon them. You see, they are purely a mistake of me clicking the wrong button when I meant to do something else. You know? That's the result they are of, you know? Alright, monster encampment, show me what you got. Show me what you got. Yeah, honestly, monster encampments are pretty easy, not gonna lie, you know, it's, you know, just some beating up of people, you know, now that I have the pale moon with me, I'm even stronger than ever before. It's a pretty alright thing to have, I would say, too. Bonk. 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 You're next. It's like I'm doing the bonk redeem, but like, to a violent degree right now, you see? I might go back to it, you know? Yeah, I created a harem by mistake. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do it. It's like, I was kinda hanging out, and before you know, it's like, I had like 2 harpies with me, and I'm like, ish. Oops. Hey, when it happens, you know? I'm pretty getting this confirmed. And what can I say, you know? I mean, I'm a natural. Athens mortuary grounds. Yeah, I remember those being pretty rough as well, actually. And there's some pretty tough undead in here. But then again, we are huge men. Okay? Huge man ain't gonna budge down from any, like, challenge like this here. You know? What if there's a couple desecrated undead? Who cares? Effectively in Athens as it is. And when in doubt, I will grow like massive size, you know? If need be. So usually I wanna like save it for like when I actually do need it. You know, while fighting a lich champion maybe. Something like that. Yeah, prepare to star in a shitty isekai. Looking forward to it. What do you think it would be named? Do you think it's gonna be like You know, I died and got reincarnated in ancient Greece as a as a peasant. Peasant destined to kill the Titans. Bonk. Yeah, it would probably be named I was born in another world, but I was already a blue orc beforehand, so what even changed? Oh, okay, that'd be actually pretty unique though, you know, it'd be pretty unique if you think about it. You know, usually they change a lot, you know, so that'd be a unique idea right there. I would watch it, you know. Have you ever played EU4? Can't say I did, no. I know of the game, but I can't say I actually played it. There's a mod called Enbenar that is a whole new world based on D&D. There's a elf country that is in the desert area and some Arabic themed that we're conquering a cluster of harpy country as well. Make them a harem of harpies, and because of that there is a harpy waifu meme in the communities. It can't hear harpy and you not laugh. Oh shit, okay, so basically because of the mod and because of me like accidentally creating a harpy harem, you thought of that meme, huh? That's actually pretty funny though. Yeah, you know, again, don't you hate it when you accidentally do those things, you know? Don't you hate when it happens, you know? You hate it. At some point, wouldn't introduce Japanese cuisine to the people that in the world so that they would love it all 100%, all of them. Yeah, all of them with no exception. Everyone loves that cuisine. If you don't like it, then clearly you're not part of the anime or the harem, which, you know, as we all know, either you're part of it or you die. So yeah, it's like animes, you know. They always like give you ultimatums like that, you know, without realizing it. We're talking so much shit. Like, it's like we're just talking so much trash right now. Wild. Yeah, it's based on English cuisine. A lot of them are like Japanese cuisine or like Japanese like ideas, basically. You know, like the I forget what it's called, but you know, like during winter, there's like that little like blanket you can sit under while eating at your tables to have warm feet or something like that. I don't know what it actually is, but like maybe some of you know what I mean, right? So maybe someone like invents it or like, oh my god, that's oh my god, that's amazing, dude. How could I live my entire life without this one thing here? Oh my god, you know, and then. You know, then it's gonna be that, like, I'm just gonna introduce, like, Swiss things to them, like, guys, have you heard of Banks? Do you know of Nestle? Guys, have you ever considered, like, mountains? Do you know of mountains? Guys, what about, cheese, but, it's molten. Molten cheese. Hear me out. And they're gonna be like, oh my god. I never thought of doing that. Oh. I'll be like some sort of like legendary hero due to that alone, you know. Stupid plot, but then again, you know, it'd be kind of on par with it. So, you know, yeah, I kind of would check out, wouldn't it? Yeah. Even though frying stuff is one of the oldest cooking techniques there is. Well, maybe not in that world, right? Like, it's suspension of disbelief. But yeah, no, it is literally one of the oldest things, you know, like that, and yeah, it's like, I feel like people have the assumption that like cooking back in the day was absolute ass. Now, yeah, it wasn't the same as it is nowadays, but like, guess what? They still had like pretty good shit back then, you know. They still did. Like it's not like you know they were in the medieval times. They only had like porridge and mud, you know. They actually had some buttered dishes even back then. Nestle, will you introduce? Oh, I mean, depending on the isekai, you know, I could go for a bit more of Rimworldy Kenshi-esque isekai, you know, where we're just gonna be present, you know. So maybe, yeah. Also gonna monopolize water sources, you know, like springs and whatnot. Because you know that's you know gotta get ready for the pending economical downfall there, you know. Gotta get ready. and monopolize water. You know, I'll be thinking economically in that medieval time kingdom there, you know. Everyone's gonna be like, damn, that guy is actually built different, you know. I've heard that the porridge they ate during the Dark Ages wasn't even that bad. They usually would add stuff to taste. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they would add a bunch of stuff. Like, it actually wasn't that horrible. Like, it's not as bland as people think it is, actually. Like, they had honey, you know, for sugar. They might have even had sugar. They might have had salt. They had, like, meats, you know. They had, like, oils, you know. Like, they had herbs. They had a bunch of various things, you know. Like, it's not like they were absolute, like, Neanderthals, you know, like, that only, like, cooked meat. And guess what? Even Neanderthals added stuff to their, you know, dishes, like, there were, like, Neanderthals that were, like, found with, like, very, like, trail mixes, basically, in their tummies when, you know, they were discovered.
You there?
Ale. Like, it is not completely unheard of, right? Like, it's... You know, people know what tastes good, even back in the day, you know, it's, you know, crazy, right? Crazy to think about it. Yeah. I do like the anime of the guy who can buy from Amazon from another world. Wait, what? That's a thing? Like, he just goes to Amazon and just, like, orders things and just, like, what, a trans-dimensional delivery system? Bezos truly outdid himself with that one, huh? In the new world, because, of course, you know how to make engines and guns too, yeah. Obviously, I know all of that. I was introduced like a space flight because I once saw a Elon Musk post on you know, X as they call it, or Twitter as everyone else calls it, and now I'm a rocket scientist. Now I have the knowledge, you know, it's eternally like burned into my mind, you know, obviously. And I'm also gonna introduce Path of Exile to the people of that anime world. And then I also will be like paying someone to play Path of Exile for me. But say I did it, it's my progress though, you know? And then I'll get cancelled in the first time in another world, you know? You know, that'll be a novel anime premise, you know, I got cancelled in another world that I got reincarnated in, you know, like it's the whole thing, you just keep getting cancelled in it because you're like doing things that you thought were cool in this world, but they never were. Ah yes, now that'd be a new premise, you see. And I'm starting to play around with the thoughts of just kind of getting rid of yellow items as well at this point. We're not really using them too much. Right all. Bonk. Yeah, no, it's animes, man. Like, again, some isekais are really stupid. Like, I noticed one where you like get reincarnated as a vending machine as well. For who knows what reason. Or like, you know what's pretty pog? You know what people like to do? Vending machine, you know? People love buying from them. Let's make that a whole thing. Also, it's Chunkido, the rotten Yakida of telepathy zombie hero. It's stinky. And he slows me. Hold on. Huge man has to do a huge tactical retreat real quick. Hold on. Huge man's gonna get rid of some of the ants real quick too, so I can just focus down the enemy hero. And then Huge Man does his namesake and actually becomes huge! Kapow! Huge Man very slow right now. Boo. And Huge Man back to being Speed Man. Speed and huge, you know, I got those long legs right now, you know, it's crazy to think about. Oh well. There I go. I deflated again. Only so much Huge Man. I can only maintain the form for so long, you see. Oh boy, we got a lot of items here, yeah. There's 2 animes about it actually. One MC that doesn't bang anyone, and where he bangs everyone, of course. You know, gotta go for a middle ground, you know. We just gotta bang some, like isekai. Yeah. And there was a town. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, easiest way zombies was for us Westerners. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, no, you're not wrong, actually. Now that you think about, like, zombies and the zombie genre, you know, has been, like, absolutely overdone, right? It's completely overdone. I mean, it was a bit of a renaissance again, you know, like, we was kind of coming back a little. But usually it was zombies and parkour in some way, right? Or, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, like, they were absolutely overdone. And isekai, I'll be honest, you know, I mean, I like some isekais, right? I really do like some of them. Some of them are pretty neat. And it's like that, like, fantasy idea, right? Like, you know, the life after death. What if it was something like this, you know? What if we appeal to gamers with it instead, you know? And, or like, you know, otakus and whatnot. And, you know, like, I mean, it works, right? It's a novel idea, but, like, it's been so overdone. And they're like, I got reincarnated in another world as a candy dispenser or something like that, you know? Because, like, all the other ideas have been done. Where's the one time I got reincarnated as a Gundam pilot, and it's like sci-fi. It's usually like fantasy worlds, no? What if it's what if it's gonna be sci-fi for once? And why is there a dog next to the treasure chest? And why can I not pet him? Or more questions. Yeah, right now is manga and manhwa are those dungeons and leveling appeared all of a sudden. I feel like they reappeared actually. They were kind of a thing before as well. Like, I remember somebody recommended to me, like, the 7 Deadly Sins, you know, like the, anime about, like, guy who can, like, parry people, I guess, you know, he played Dark Souls. You know, Escanor, you know, the guy who's, like, an absolute giga chat during the sun, right? So I was watching that, and for some reason, I don't know why, they just kinda introduced a leveling system in there as well, and I'm like, why? Why do we need to have that? What does it add? It adds nothing. Why do you introduce it in the 2nd season as well? Why am I still watching this show? And, you know, like, it feels like it was like a thing like that before, like, Sword Art Online as well, right? Like, they had it, which made more sense because they were, like, a actual game, right? It was not like solo leveling, where, you know, it's like the real world sort of thing. So I know what you mean, but again, it's like just people being like, you know what's pretty cool? Gaming. Gaming's pretty cool. We like gaming. What if gaming was real life, though? What if game real life? You know? So I think that's where that came from, really. But yeah, no, it's it is a bit of a trend. It is a bit of a trend. Didn't, like, Tower of God have something similar going, or am I mistaking it with something else? I just don't remember if Tower of God had a leveling system. I feel like they did, no? They had, like, something going on. Like a rank system. I know they had, like, a rank thing, but, like... Yeah, reappearing because of manhwa and manhwa. Manhwa? Manhwa and manhwa? Yeah, like, Korean and, like, Chinese mangas, effectively. Still developing, sort of feeding off the old manga tropes. Yeah, probably, yeah. Most certainly, actually. Yeah, it's like a resurgence to have again, from those things. Bonk. Here we go. Super Borman Bracer. Yes, sure. Why not? I'll take him. Not dating sim. The world of otome games is half for mobs. Also, of Gundam Isekai. I really like this one. Wait, there is a Gundam Isekai? Like, one that's actually, like, sci-fi? Because, like, the usual trope is fantasy, right? So, you don't really see anything, like, sci-fi Isekai related, you know? Like, you don't really see it, you know? It's usually easier to wave it away with, like, magic. God magic. God did magic, now you hear. Because God magicked. You know, what if somebody made a wormhole, you know, in another dimension, you know, very sci-fi, and then bam, you know, you got what you got there, you know, like the sci-fi isekai, you know, something like that. Well, I guess there's a bit of a stone fence in the way that I can't deal with, huh? I want to kill him though. I hear somebody using potions. That ain't me. Wait, it is me. Why am I using potions by default? What? I'm not even clicking the button. I was certain one of the enemies was doing that, yeah. It's usually Magitech, yeah, if it is, it's like magical technology to some degree, right? Fantasy sci-fi, full sci-fi is only the one I talked about before. Right. But yeah, it is our thing, you know. It exists, right? Nature's healing again. Slowly but surely. You know, what if we make a anime, you know, isekai, but it's all about an ARPG, you know what? What if it's like a guy just sitting there, like, really brainstorming his build, and then he goes, like, fight, like, 200 enemies, you know, and then, like, use some shrines to level up even faster, and then, like, go to a merchant, give them, like, 200 items or some shit like that, you know? And then, you know, just moves on, does the same thing again. It probably exists, actually, you know, but, like, not in the proper ARPG way, right? Like, surely. I know there's, like, animes where you fight a lot, and like, the whole leveling thing and whatnot, right? Like, some are more self-aware than others as well, right? Poking a joke at the, like, trend they have going on. But what if, though? People! Oh yeah, I always thought their helmets looked so stupid. Like those little cock helmets they have, you know, I always thought they were stupid looking, you know? The sad reality of it is, however, they're actually pretty good in the game. I do prefer more like the classic, like, Spartan helmets, you know what I mean? For them a little more. Anyways, guys, welcome to Athens! Welcome to Athens! The one and only, the big city. The penultimate area of Chapter 1. That's right, Chapter 1. The game nowhere near being done, by the way. Nowhere near. Like, this game can be pretty lengthy, and I don't know how long the DLC is even gonna take, like Ragnarok. I only know Immortal Throne. Immortal Throne is pretty lengthy. Anyways, it's Leonidas again. Hey!
It's you again. Still alive.
What's poppin'?
I am lucky to be here myself.
Konosuba's funny.
Could stop
Yeah.
this nightmare on our own.
Also did like some ReZero and the Rudy's anime. What's it called again?
Suffered a great loss to the
Shoku Tensei.
A soldier knows only attack, but I must be more than a soldier. I must be a warrior and learn to temper my
What's the
pride.
difference?
It has become clear that the Spartans must unite with all.
Yeah. Leonidas, see you later, okay? Take care. Yeah. Never cared more for Mushoku or how you spell. Yeah, I know how you spell it either. You know, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it was fun to watch. Let's put it that way, right? I also like the theme playing right now. The casual zombie outbreak in Athens, you know? Guys, remember when Athens had a zombie outbreak happen in the city itself? Remember when that happened? Remember when the Spartans were in Athens, but like they kind of forgot a little? Forgot about the zombie apocalypse in here? Because they were, quote, busy with satyrs on the outside. They forgot about the dead rising up inside. Doink. Yeah, it's a whole thing. You see, it's a whole thing. Yeah, just like casually some enemies, like in Athens, right? I also like, again, I liked ReZero because of the guy dying brutally, you know? That's what I liked about it. Oh, dude, Skaven. That.
I beg of you.
Okay.
Once I sell everything I've got, I'm setting sail for some island that's never seen a monster. Milos or Icaria.
I don't know what to tell you about Milos, my guy. Milos might have more monsters than you think. Okay. Away. Then we get the Charm of the Magi. I won't be using it, do I do approve of it, you know? I do approve of it.
No more? Hail,
Yeah.
warrior. I have the finest goods.
I was thinking about manga, it reminded me of something my brother jokes about. I have a sixth sense for mangas because it happened at least times for mangas. Because, yeah. I started reading a manga, dropped it, and it got an anime and became a big thing. It was with Jujutsu Kaisen and... then what's CSM again? Isaga's escaping would be nuts. Yeah, that would be pretty nuts, but GW would sue you. For sure. Yeah. That would suck so hard, yeah. Oh, Chains... Ah, yeah, Chainsaw Man. Sorry, yeah. Sorry. So true. Big helmet. Or cock helmet, but it has more armor. Helmet has better stats, though, to it. Let's go with this one. Actually changing up helmets now. Yeah, 10 physical resistance is pretty good. Plus 2 on the adrenaline is pretty good. You know, like, it might not have as much armor, but it's pretty good. Technically, it's 39 armor, so not really that far behind, all things considered. I'd rather keep the good stats with me, you know? By the way, Athens itself, not a big city in the game here. Most of it is still a war zone. We'll be going into a temple. And in the temple, you'll have a bunch of like little groups, you know, that you need to fight and whatnot. So it'll be a whole thing that we'll need to take care of eventually. Yeah, look, Skaven again. I mean, Ratman.
What can I hold?
Give me everything that's not completed right now. Yeah, just give me everything that's not completed there. I'll do a little bit of this here, and then I'll just slap it back in because now it's completed. Because that's how it works. Also have this here. Anything I want to use. I mean, it seems like I have another Aegis of Laconia. Mine is slightly better though. Just a wee better. Fury of Aegis. Ember Flask, Cinder Bolt, and Essence of Fate of Hector. Don't think I can get that one anytime soon, but we'll just slap it in here. I think it's an Egypt one, actually. Give me strength. I become stronger. Okay, for this here, we're gonna go with the Psionic Touch, you know? Just deal more damage. It's always a fun thing to have. Yeah, it's now 194 damage. Alright. I'm gonna go back real quick to Delphi. I forgot about one quest I needed to actually turn in. Gonna be doing that real quick. And, yeah. Gosh. Like a widow somewhere who was like, dude, my husband got, like, forked. And, I want you to avenge him now. Something like that. There she is.
I dreamt of my husband.
Cool. I dreamt of my husband. Cool story, bro. Cool story, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go back to Athens. Because again, we're about to be wrapping up the first chapter. We'll be seeing Egypt very soon, actually, now. Yeah, level 18, level 20 is very realistic. Quest-wise, you got the Spartans that are lost. You know, you kind of saw the temple here that's being held by the Skaven right now, so you're gonna charge in there with a bunch of dudes, right? It's not like they're actually tough to fight or anything. I also remember I once made a sewer level in the game's editor where I had like a bunch of like Skaven. Oh look, Vermin King. Well, it's gone now. Okay, here we are. In the temple area. The Acropolis. Now, the Acropolis, you know, I think there's gonna be automatons for the first time in the game too, maybe. I know they happen in the last area of the game. I know they happen in the labyrinth and whatnot. I know that's when we get automatons. I also know they're gonna be on Olympus, but I think this is where we might see automatons later, maybe? Also, Athens is doing a horrible job at keeping the monsters away, you know, like they're all over the place. Yeah, we're about to have 50k Electrum. Pretty good, you know? Pretty solid amount. Bonk. 80s, please. One at a time. Please, please. Come on. At least you have the courtesy to wear brass. What if I told you guys there is a version of Titan Quest where they actually don't wear brass? You know, what if I told you that? what if I told you? The Order of Prometheus. Now, this is a big dungeon here. The Athens Catacombs. It even says level. So you know you'll be in here for a while. There's some randomous demons. Sepulchres. May or may not be trapped. Oh, and traps. Lots and lots of traps in this place too. Which do, by the way, a lot of damage in the game. Like, they hurt a lot. If you fail, restart your save. Oh shit. You know, if I fail, it would give me a new chance to make a new build though. Don't think about it. Like, I mean, I could actually beat it in 5 minutes, probably, but, like, I would need to speedrun this, meaning I wouldn't be able to kill monsters, and, like, killing monsters is, like, a lot of fun, you know? Bonk. Bonk. You kinda would have to go down here, you know? That's kinda where you go deeper. But we won't yet, you know? It's me with my ARPG brain here right now, so... Like when you play Grim Dawn, and you try and go for that one achievement to kill, like, the first boss of the first chapter. Or rather, you kill the boss in the first chapter, and, his whole thing is like, yeah, you gotta be level 10 or less, meaning you'll be so under-leveled. But, like, the main problem is not fighting the boss, it's not leveling up that much, right? It's like staying under-leveled. It's very easy to be above level 10 when you fight him. Safe? I'll be on it. A safe game. Let's save it. Bonk. Let me grab item. Is there anything worthwhile that is? Usually not. You know, usually there isn't. But, you know, you never know. Just in case there's money. Money! Money, everyone! Money! Okay, floor 1 done. How many floors are there? 3 or 5? I'm not sure anymore. There's a couple. But yeah, like, again, Titan Quest is a very fun ARPG. And I can recommend it to people. However, the Atlantis DLC, I never got to it, but like the cinematic for it and the trailer never really convinced me too much. Is all I'm saying. It never convinced me too much. Like, Atlantis seems like a roguelike dungeon, basically, that you can eventually, you know, beat. You know, like, it's not infinitely generated. It's like a thing that you go in. It has maybe like 100 floors or something like that, and you're done then. It can be fun, but like that's about it. Like there's no story stuff. There's just like you go down to Tower Terrace, I believe, and you crump things, you know. And Embers, the Embers one is basically the big China DLC. We go like back to it. Moronic, how you doing? What's up, my boy? How are you? As well, I'm doing well myself. I'm being currently very green. Welcome to Athens, to the Acropolis, to the catacomb. Yeah, having a great time with this game. How do you like RPGs? Nice pong, nice pong. Keep in mind, 60% of the damage gets reflected back. Hydrate? I'm on it. I'm gonna drink that weird fizzy water I have next to me, you know? Like, I kept the water bottle open to make it less fizzy. Because, like, it's one of those things that are, like, extremely fizzy, you know what I mean? Like, it's, it feels like I'm downing acid at times. Like, when I opened it, I heard, like, the little tsk, and I was like, oh no. How bad is it gonna be? And I drank it, it was pretty bad. I feel rejuvenated, though. Liquid death is good, yeah, I know, right? About it. More of a Daft Punk aficionado myself, but you know. But yeah, how's it going? How you doing? We're able to check out that one Roblox thing, by the way, that had like such a banger soundtrack. Like, if I play Roblox, right? If I ever play Roblox, okay? It will be that one thing. It'll be what is it called again? Deep Vow? Something like that. It'll be that one. If I do Roblox, it'll be that one. Just for the banger OST. Like, that's how you reel me in, you know? Like, I listen to this song, I'm like, yo, song's pretty good. I play a game, because song good. That's how I get, lured in. Now, I'm no expert on those things. But, do you think there might be something up with that one wall right here? Oh wow, crazy, it's a staircase. It's a little weird too. It's... Okay, well, we'll just move on from that one, okay? We'll just move on. I'm at work, hiding in the bushes. Oh shit. How's the bushwork doing, though? Yeah, did you just start your shift, or, will it be, like, nearing its end, mayhaps? I assume you started, probably, right? I would imagine you got, like, that US time zone. Like, you started not too long, probably. Donk, donk. 10:41 AM? Yeah. Fix out. Yeah, you get, like, the EST time, right? I know they are, like, 4 hours behind. Leave at 4:30. Alright, so... Looking at, like, what, 6 hours, basically, yeah. Hey, you know, I might still be streaming. I might still be streaming by the time we get done, actually. Depending on how lost I get in Titan Quest here, you know? Yeah, no, it's, again, it's a lot of fun. I do like ARPGs, and Titan Quest is one of those things that I actually do like a lot. And, again, I used to make, like, maps in this game, and it was always such a good time, and when I uncovered how to make maps in this game, I was such a happy little wee lad, you know? One of the happiest orcs around. Genuinely. Like... Something about, you know, something about a game you played a bunch and then you're like, wait, I can make content for this? What? No way? And, like... That was before I found, like, YouTube videos on it. Like, I kinda had to figure it out myself, and I'm pretty happy about it. That I did actually figure it out myself. Differ, how you doing? How you doing? Now, we're currently rocking the, Hand of Kairos as well. Which is a very, very lovely maze that we got. I think it's 5 levels in this thing. We're, like, in level 4 right now here. It's actually a pretty easy dungeon, all things considered, even with my 100% more damage debuffs right now. That I have everywhere. I know that Labyrinth, however, is gonna be a little tougher. I forget what the boss is, however. But it's not a Minotaur. The Minotaur was the boss. And the Labyrinth. So it can't be the Minotaur. What is the boss? I know they have something. Well, is it like a massive brass bull or something like that? Could that be? Or like some automaton? I really forgot what it was. I'm actually pretty sure you find a bull boss in China. I know that's a thing you'll be doing, but... Like a fire-breathing cow, basically. remember. I actually don't. Yeah, this place has been forgotten to the to the winds of time here. Yeah, level 5, and this should be the last one, right? This is the pre-boss area, maybe. Yeah, there's just like a little question, like marker right there. Alistair, Scourge of Acheron. Is it just a big skeleton? I seriously don't remember. Like, I remembered all the bosses, but I don't remember this guy. Been a minute, you see. Been a minute. I guess it is just like a special pile of bones, but you know what? Special pile of bones is not ready for Huge Man. Huge Man is gonna... You know what Huge Man does to bones? He crushes them. He crushes them, and he thrives by bone crushing. Even easier if all you are is just bone, you see? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, the only thing that killed me so far was the Cyclops, and that's only because the Cyclops did one-shot me. Otherwise it wouldn't have happened. Look, we even got a boss door. Hey, a little ghost guy. Hey, no wonder I don't remember you. You're just, like, super generic. Sir, you got nothing unique about yourself. You're not difficult or anything like that. You're just, like... You're a little guy. Just a little guy. Like, his summons don't even last forever, you know. It's just kind of getting brutalized by me right now. Like, it's already more than halfway dead. Now, granted, I lost my huge form. Granted, I lost it. And the most annoying thing about him is just slowing down my attack speed, you know. And it's over. And it's over. Hey, we got a blue one. We got the hoi polloi. We're not gonna be using hoi polloi because hoi polloi is a throwing weapon, and I'm not about to throw this game here, you know. Yeah, we already have a hoi polloi as well. It's really kind of a lame item, not gonna lie. Yeah, no wonder I didn't remember him though. He's very forgettable.
Mysterious warrior.
Hey.
By saving my life, you have done more than you know.
What's up?
I lead the Order of Prometheus in Athens. We are an ancient order, charged
How
with
did you
the
end up in here
safekeeping of
anyways?
the mortal realm. What you have heard is true. The force behind these monsters is a powerful being, a lesser titan known as a Tilkeen. The Titans are an ancient race of gods, much older than Zeus and his brethren.
Yeah, they are.
Once had absolute power. All creatures
Hey, keep
followed
talking,
their
yeah? Keep talking.
Eventually, the gods created humans
Yeah?
and gifted us with intelligence. We defied the Titans on many occasions, and they were determined to destroy us. The gods resisted, refusing to let their greatest...
See you later, yeah? Hey, guys. Protective necklace ability. Athens Docks, yeah, now... Basically, guys, sends us over to the island where we can find the Talkeen, the lesser titan. The docks are pretty chill. Not really too much going on in the Athens docks. There's just like a couple gorgons, really. Again, nothing too crazy, really. And yeah, basically.
They just sent you?
It sent me. You got a problem?
Is as fast as any Greek vessel.
Yeah, we go to the ship captain, and the ship captain would make us travel to that place. Now, I want to check up the northern portion of the harbor real quick. Yeah, like, it doesn't feel like it took that long to actually get to the harbor, but I remember when I used to play it, it felt like such a grand journey has been accomplished, you know? Like, it really felt like a massive thing has been undertaken. And, yeah, now we're gonna be basically going to the labyrinth, to Minos, where the Minotaur is. Knossos. There we go. It totally didn't just get teleported, by the way. Totally didn't. The Knossos Beach. Yeah, and this is the last area of the Greek chapter, by the way. Now, don't worry. We'll be returning to Greek. Or to Greece, rather. But it's not going to be called Greece. It's going to be called Mediterranean. Legally distinct.
My shop is a shadow of its former glory. We've fallen on hard times here. Still, perhaps
Imagine
I can help
so.
you.
So long.
The beasts have claws and teeth, but you have fire. You have Zeus-like bolts to throw, and I have things to sell you.
Why do you sound German and Greek at the same time? What is Ice Nova, Storm Witches, Unbroken Fortitude, Warrior Song?
Come again.
It's German Greek, it sounds like it, right?
Welcome, stranger.
Hey.
All is not well here in Knossos.
Yeah, it's just gonna be called
Last
Greece
night
instead.
something
Yeah,
passed
yeah,
by
yeah.
here. We felt it, though we could not see it. Now everything has gone into chaos. Horrible creatures appeared. The
Evil
ground
fog.
shook, and an
Hate
evil
to see
fog
it.
moved in off the sea.
Once, long ago,
Ephipus the healer.
Leukes seized the throne in Knossos. His bloody reign
Look at
came
him.
to
Look at
an
his
end
stupid
when a
nose.
servant poisoned him.
Look at it.
Some tell tales of his skeleton rising from it.
Gotta kill a skeleton, got it. Now both horpillars kinda suck. Yeah. Once long ago, before this had a name, in the ancient times, in the age before the first dawn. Yes. Speaking of the age before the first dawn, by the way, I was pondering, I was doing some intense thinking. We did reach the goal for it. So, we'll be doing Kingdom Death Monster as well, hopefully within the next couple weeks. I don't know when exactly, it's mainly like organizing the group actually, when they actually have time. But, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I also remember a lot of cat girls in Knossos, I remember that happening. Oh look guys, it's a Harpy Harem again. Except for they're kinda more handsy than last time. Yeah, the first master in Spinjutsu. Dude, if only I could spin to win in this game. If only. It's a forbidden art in Greece, you see. But yeah, basically, the first chapter, right? The first chapter is Act 1, that's Greece, right? Then you go to Egypt, then you go to the Orient, basically China and Babylon and, the in-between. Then you go to Olympus, then you go back to Greece, being Mediterranean Greece. Then you go to a place I'm not gonna spoil. And then you go to Greece once again. Ah, there's the cat girls. I know I remembered them, yeah. Just say Guten Tag, but since Greek stations are being thrown around, can't matter. Hey, hope we're doing Kala. Yeah, I just hope everything's Kala, what do they used to say? Desperisto or something like that? Something like that. Maybe I completely mispronounced and misremembered, but like... It's like, I know Kala means good. I know Neru means like water. Because I know how to order out water before. And, what else? What else? Kala means good, I was like... somebody asked me like, yeah, how's it going? I'm like, Kala. Yeah. Yeah, how are you? How are you? Welcome to... Oh, look, a Minotaur. Yeah, we're like at the end of the first chapter of Titan Quest right now, Dory. Been treating us pretty well so far. I haven't died a single time. We're kinda, indeed, a Titan amongst men. And the big thing is we gotta get rid of the Minotaur. In the Labyrinth now. We take on the Telekine, the Lesser Titan Sorcerer. Trying to summon Typhon. To kill Zeus, basically. Hey. Hey. Hold on. Let me pick up items and then fight you, okay? How about it? How about it? Yeah. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, not surprised that Hugeman continues this huge victory streak. I know, right? It's pretty huge. But yeah, I did like go with the. I know that's. I think it was Plas who asked me the last time if you can become a paladin in this game, and you can literally become a paladin. I was very close to paladin. I'm actually a Templar because I have the defense and dream mastery. if you went with defense and storm, you actually would become a paladin then. So for Templar like I am. Like, I know some builds that are absolutely strong, like Conqueror being warfare and defense. You're like amazing warrior, really. And it is a pretty solid build I would have gone with normally. But like, I kind of want to spice things up a little. And Dream is a pretty fun class to play as well. Like as a mastery. Sorry, I gotta deal with cat ghosts real quick. They're kind of very clingy, you know. Yeah, I knew I remembered a lot of the cat girls and like going up a river and whatnot, or like following a river into like a ruin. Like, again, there's not much left anymore in Greece. Because the second chapter will take us out of this place. Also, I thought to myself, and again, like, it seems like people enjoyed watching some Titan Quest, right? So, we might as well continue it. And another thing is that Titan Quest 2 is gonna come out soon-ish, probably. I mean, if you look on the Steam page, it says coming soon. And, yeah, I thought, why not go for the first game before the second was to come out? You know, see how they were to compare and whatnot, because I know they had like a closed beta happening in March. It's like 2 months back, so very interesting. So what do you think is the implications of minotaurs and catgirls like this hanging out with one another? Actually, never mind that question. You know, I'm sure there's no implications. I'm sure there's no implications. Punk. I also have some of that thorn damage on me, which gives me a bit of, you know, AoE capability, aka I get hit, you get hit. Which is pretty alright. It's not gonna save me or anything, or gonna kill the enemy fast, but, it is gonna allow me to have them be brutalized, for sure, and I can just one-tap them afterward. You know you're an empath when, you know, you make enemies kill themselves by attacking you. You know you're an empath when that's a thing. Yeah, we gotta go across there, but we're not gonna do it yet. No, Titan Quest, I also remember back in the day, when I played for the entire thing, before BRS actually, the Chinese region were testing their stuff that maybe recreates catgirls. Okay, that's weird. I thought it was the Japanese were gonna do that first. Yeah, basically, I remember going through Titan Quest with none other than my uncle. I remember my uncle really liked the game a lot. And it was such a cool pastime to do, just gonna come back from school, hang out with your uncle and play the game here, right? But that was like years and years ago, right? So it was the last time I properly played through Titan Quest. So yeah, I know the game, but I don't know it like by heart. Put it that way. I got the water skin in the transfer area, but we need spectral matter and demon blood to make this thing happen. It's pretty aight, you know? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, family is more game. He wasn't even a big gamer is the thing, right? Like, I wanna say too much about my uncle because that actually could dox me. in a way, right? He is also a public figure, let's put it that way. And like we did a lot of things together, right? Like, you know, we gamed some Titan Quest, right? And we did some sports together as well. So that was pretty cool. Like my uncle, you know, tell us more. No, you don't need to know more. You don't need to know more about my uncle.
Come to me through fire and war.
Anu. How is it going? Welcome to this non-vampire-based game. Welcome to Titan Quest, by the way. How's it going? Hello. Tap out so I can shout you out. How was V Rising? How did it go? Did you win? did you win it? Yeah. Let me give you a little shout out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My dude, V-Rising was quite fun. Yeah, again, I said it earlier in your chat. I remember where, like I was playing through it not too long ago with someone, and we got like past the first chapter basically super fast. And, you know, like we stopped playing for a bit. We saw there was like the new patch coming out with the Invaders of Oakvale or something. And, you know, we just kinda waited for it to come out, so I hope it's not gonna like reset all the progress. If so, we should be able to come back quickly, but hoping it's not gonna happen. But how's it going, everyone? Oh, Bunny Fox, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Ooh, that's a good ring. I might just take it. Rank did go up overall. Yeah. I died to a random boss I found 3 times and I had to call it quits because I need to walk the doggos. Absolutely, absolutely understandable too. See, I tend to pre-walk the doggos before the stream. I imagine you do that same thing. And, you know, then after I'm done streaming, usually in the eve, right, I also go walk the doggos again. But yeah, Titan Quest, for the ones who don't know it, it's a ARPG, very old, it's gonna have a sequel coming soon apparently. Played during the subathon briefly. Very lovely time. And I used to play it a lot back in the day. We were talking about it earlier, how me and my uncle actually played for this game a while back. And yeah, it's a great old time. It is a great old time. That's maybe why you came in and heard like me talk about my uncle. So I understand. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. If you need to take any post-stream care, absolutely do so. Again, if you need to walk the doggos, understandable. As a fellow dog owner, I getcha. And, thank you for trusting your viewers with me here. I'll make sure to teach them all about, the Isle of Kressos. We will descend down to the labyrinth with the Minotaur. And do some fun crumping. But yeah, if anyone here actually has played Grim Dawn before, might recognize some of the mechanics in this game. Lydia, how you doing, by the way? Is the uncle also a blue orc? Of course there's also a blue orc. Of course he... It runs in the family, you see. It runs in the family. I know. One orc doesn't simply become just... Oh yeah, right, Frozen Revenants. I remember them sucking. I hate them. Yeah, I absolutely hate these fellas, yeah. How funny you start building an actual base. Hey, I also took forever to make a base, you know? Absolutely understandable, though. Yeah. Have a good time. I need to walk doggos. I'll be lurking. Yeah, absolutely. One does not simply walk into mortar. One does not simply start building a base in V-Rising. Like, there's so many things to do. Like... I also started, like, making my base in my second session when I played with, someone else, right? And, that was mainly just base building because we unlocked so much. And then we went out to kill a bunch of bosses and, like, we only meant to kill one boss, but we ended up going on a bit of a killing spree, so to speak. And we also found a boss in the wilds who was just kind of fighting some random people and he was almost dead as well because he... The bosses fought one another, actually, so we just kind of swooped in and just, like, picked them off. It was actually pretty cool. I like V-Rising, I do like it, but I played in a PvE capacity, because I know the game has a decent emphasis as well on PvP as well, on the official servers, basically, like, stuff like that. So there's that. Also, huge man! Bro! It's my main thing, you know, my main thing is becoming... a very, very huge man, you see? So I can beat everything and everyone up. And do so very quickly as well. Every now and then, huge man actually becomes huge man. And you know, that's where we're gonna go and be serious about it. That's right. People don't mess with you, man. Huge man messes with you. That's right. Damn. Guy knows someone who does V-Rising RP. I don't know about RP in V-Rising. It doesn't strike me like a huge RP game. Oh shit, what did I walk into? Tyrant of the Crypt, hold on. The Tyrant of the Kreti, I mean. Even though there's a special song playing for him, and only for him. I mean, he does damage. It's also very dead. Nice mana potion. Yeah, I know about V-Rising RP. Like, I can see the RP, like, the castles and whatnot have a lot of RP potential and whatnot. I don't think it's something I would be doing, though, since it's like... I know, just... I just don't view V-Rising as an RP game, you know? I know it's very possible. I know you can very much do it. I don't know. See myself doing it. New to me, but I've noticed over the years with RP, there's a lot of people who only want to do vampire stuff in RP. It is actually very true, yeah. I remember the times I played Conan Exiles and there were like a bunch of people just doing like, hey, I am a vampire. I bite your neck. Nibble, nibble. Yes. Now you need to suck my now you need to drink my blood and become vampire as well. Yes. Else you die. Don't RP fail. It's basically like that, yeah. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who walked around with that, you know, being their RPs. So, I mean, I can see that crowd naturally kind of gravitating towards it, you know. What was that? Just basically vampires wanted to drink blood, you know. I know what you might have heard, what you think you might have heard there. Just you know, vampire bites you, and then oh, it's you drink their blood, right? Like it's what you think you might have heard. I certainly didn't say anything halal, you know. Yeah. No. Bunny, I don't know. Bunny, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Bunny. I don't know what you mean there. So, would you like to be called Bunny? Would you like me to say the whole thing, by the way? Bonk. I'm just beating away at cat girls, which sounds weird as well. Average World of Darkness person. God, World of Darkness. Some of the people can be pretty cringe. Like some of the hardcore fans, oof, yeah, some of them can be really cringe. I would know. I would know. But yeah. I didn't say anything. No, I'm just asking, right? Like, maybe you prefer to be called something else. Like, I know, like, sometimes I have people come in and be like, hey, you can call me this, you can call me that, right? A caving RL, oh my god, yeah. Call me Big Papa. Alright, Big Papa. How you doing, Big Papa? How's it going, Big Papa? It's nice to see you, Big Papa. Hope you had a lovely day, Big Papa. Hope you enjoyed some V-Rising with, you know, good old Hanu, Big Papa. Many beat or mead, but not many defeated. Sansu! Oh my god, you even made Big Papa laugh. But yeah, no, it's lovely seeing you. It's lovely seeing you, though. Yeah, again, Technical Whisper, a lovely game as well. You know, I'm still thinking about replacing this, but it has such good stats on it. You know, it's hard to get rid of it. It's just so hard to get rid of the breastplate, you know. Also, we'll be now entering the labyrinth, so we'll be seeing automatons, you know, little Greek breast structures. Walking around the store, and you're making me laugh. Look. If anyone asks, you show them the stream as well, and you're like, this guy. This guy made me laugh. It's him. Don't look at me weird, look at him weird, okay? I mean, it's just a blue guy anyways, right? Like, who does he think he is? Yeah, I get some strength there. Oh yeah, sorry, Big Papa, for making you laugh. Oh my god, yeah. I can stop whenever you want me to, by the way. Like, just sad if it gets annoying. Yeah, no, it's, no. Yeah, it's always lovely doing such banter, you know. Officer, it's this man right there. This guy right there. Please arrest him. And then, like, take your phone into custody instead. I'm like, no, please. Officer, I can explain. Officer, please. You know what? Big Papa, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. No, seriously, thank you. It's very kind of you, though. Big Papa is appeased. Big Papa, let me show you some. Let me show you some automatons that will happen here as well later on. Hanks, welcome back. Yeah, you got a bit of a break going here. No, like, honestly, I always appreciate when people, like, follow, like, it does really help me out a lot, and it's always very kind of people. I do try to provide quality entertainment. You see, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. You know, I try. You know. Yeah. Before you know, you know. Yeah, I know. Audio. You're on audio only mode. Okay. If you peak ASMR, peak ASMR, while killing like ancient Greek monstrosities. Or like chill beats to murder to. Something like that. Punk. Funny Blue Man. Funny Blue Man tries to be funny, alright? We're trying here, we're trying. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. Just going in a minute. Just wanted to say it's to enter Funkloch. It's okay, it's okay. I know those Funklocher. I know how it feels. Huge man! You know, usually people shrink down when it's cold. I become giant, enormous. I beat the cold. Huge man's gonna do as much damage as possible before going flaccid again. There we go. Monster Spore? No more. Oh, should I shrink? I'm small again. I'm average-sized man. And I immediately almost die with my HP dropping down like this. Emphasis on the almost, you see? Because you are so... Oh. Bad monkey. But the power of huge combined! Dude, huge man? I mean, so basically, explaining the buff real quick. Oh, automatons! I always loved their design. I always thought their design was so cool. Like these little guys, which aren't little. I always thought it was so sick to look at, by the way. And like the way they die in their little individual like bits and pieces as well. I just think it's very nice, and I am really happy that like those guys will also like appear in the end of the base game. When I say the end of the base game, I mean at the end of the original Titan Quest, not Immortal Throne. Because nowadays they put like Titan Quest's Immortal Throne DLC together with normal Titan Quest with the Anniversary Edition, so it can be confusing. Yeah, Ragnarok. I would love to check out Ragnarok for the first time properly, because I never got the chance for it. So, you know, I'll view this stream as a bit of an opportunity to do so. Because you can start as an accomplished hero in this game. You know, meaning that you start off with a bunch of okay items that you would get from beating the base game in Anniversary. And, you know, I found out those items they give you, they're pretty shit actually. They're pretty trash, not gonna lie. They're actually horrible. And, it is way more recommended to just kind of go in and make a character like this here. Not saying it's impossible, but you certainly do notice that you need to have like either a very, very strong build, or, you know, you just kind of like start with the items you have by playing the game normally. Yeah. Obviously you should play the game, like, beat it once normally, right? Also, once you beat the game, you unlock, like, hard and legendary difficulty eventually once you beat it on hard. Meaning, like, enemies will be a higher level, you get better loot and whatnot, and you can keep leveling until level 100. And, like, the whole thing. So it can be pretty cool, right? I never really played the game on legendary or anything like that. You know, I was the guy who made a lot of characters and sunk most of his time into making custom maps once I figured out how to make custom maps, right? I was, like, absorbed by doing those things. But, you know, certainly very lovely. Okay, I'm inside of the automaton cattle paddle right now. Not sure if I want to stick in there, you know, like, stay in there. There's a lot of damage from those machine people. Punk. More automatons. Oh shit! Trader's Shiv. Might be our rogue item. probably gonna be. It's decent. It really is decent. Huge dexterity, huge attack speed, and yeah, calculated strike, which is a rogue ability. And here we go, guys. This right there, this is the labyrinth of the Minotaur we'll be entering. It'll be the last dungeon before actually we're done with Greece. The Court of King Minos. Down we go. So about a shiv. Maybe on another character I'll play. You know, maybe I'll go rogue. Mechanical parts, yeah, we take those. There's a lot about you. And what can I say? I like weapons in all shapes and sizes, you know? Bonk. Yeah, this is where we fight the renowned Minotaur. The Torrent of Minos. I've already been a rogue before, it was cool. And big up, but it's pretty impressive. I don't know, like I never like had a rogue character properly in this game. The closest I got is to being a rogue is being a brigand, which is hunter combined with rogue. The game. Oh, 37 in order 23. No, that's a close one though. It is a close call. Yeah, for the ones who don't know, you can play the lottery. And if you do win at a lottery, I'll be featuring a ad of your choice, whatever you really want, as long as it's TwitchTOS, obviously, in the intro. For the ones who don't know, that's what the lottery actually does do. I just kind of feel like clarifying it every now and then, because maybe not everyone is aware of it. It is a fairly new thing. Dunk. Oh yeah, I did also level up. I should... that stuff, no? I already did it. Game, yeah. 20s, doesn't it? yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah, 27! For the 27, that'd be almost there. This is rigged, trust me, I've experienced. No. Okay, this is the labyrinth part proper. And it's not like I will be lost, it's more like I will explore every nook and cranny because of the little juicy bits and pieces. When I was doing custom maps, I made a labyrinth of my own as well, using those very tiles. You know, it's very easy to make one. And again, when I let my friends play the labyrinth map, one of them gave up, even though they were like right at the exit of it, basically. I'm a character neutral, character RL, you know, I mean... Wait, chaotic neutral, wouldn't that be... No. Neutral evil would be you're kinda like a very selfish person, no? Like that's what neutral evil would be. Kinda look out for yourself. Basically. The chaotic evil would be just like, yeah, you're just chaotic, you know, chill person, just chaotic. As you're like super chaotic and you're like, anarchy! Fuck yeah! Actually, that might almost be chaotic evil. Almost. Like, where do people draw the line? I mean, this is a chaotic evil, as in, like, I'm gonna kill everyone and anyone. I don't care. You know, sort of chaotic evil. There's also people who are like, yeah, true neutral. True neutral means you're just perfectly neutral, so if someone, like... I feel like a lot of people might play true neutral wrong, you know? It's like... oh yeah, you know, I'm siding with the villain now. Not because I'm evil or anything, it just kinda pays me better, you know? It's like, yeah, kinda... does that. It's... I view neutral as like the ideal mercenary, you know? A lot of people tend to be just like neutral good when they say they're neutral. At least it's like my observation of it. Yeah. Exactly, yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly, it's like a mercenary, not like, oh, we shouldn't be doing that, like, you're still going against evil, and if the villain offers you an offer, I want to consider if you're actually truly neutral, right? Yeah, instead of killing everyone, how about, let everyone with, let your fate decide. And that's just chaotic. I give everyone diarrhea and see if you survive or not, you know? See if you survive dysentery. Yes. How about it? On guard. Prepare your after. Bonk. I destroyed a frost trap. You know, controversial statement. I'm not a fan of traps in this game. They actually hurt a lot. I like turrets anyways. But yeah, you often... Yeah, again, like, I think it's like a mercenary grind that you should be having as a true neutral character. Right, like... Again, you're neutral. Why would you care about what they do, right? Like, you're just in here for, like... Maybe some wealth, maybe some renown, or, like... Something like that? But you're definitely not here to care for the kingdom too much unless they pay you a lot, right? Something like that. So like, well, why would you? And again, a lot of people play neutral as like more like neutral good. I didn't reach my lawn. Yeah, until it becomes your actual problem, maybe too, right? If it becomes your actual problem, then it is your problem. So yeah, you might be neutral, but it's still your problem as well. Bonk, bonk, bonk. We just get like the shrine of attack, meaning we can bonk people extra quickly. Do the most with it. Hello. Hello. It's bonker clock. There we go. See, cutting them down like it's nothing. Break the piece and I break the. I mean. Maybe if you feel like it, right? Like, as long as peace pays, you know, maybe war pays more for you, right? Let a player as a true neutral and proceed to attempt to kill the party several times and attempt to kill a bunch of troublemaker teenagers. So out of nowhere, they eventually, after several sessions, I told him we aren't tweaking. Yeah, we are tweaking his alignment to neutral evil, and he freaked out and blocked me out on everything and left. What? The fuck? Huh? Yeah, I'm sorry, but like if you're planning on killing people like that, right? And treating lives like it's nothing. Like if you're not being tasked with killing someone, if you just say like, hey, kill him, right? It's not very neutral of you. There's more evil leaning into the chaotic section as well a little, you know? Just want to watch the world burn, exactly, but they ain't neutral. they certainly ain't neutral, let me tell you. I would totally be okay with being neutral evil. Yeah, I mean, neutral evil is pretty cool, right? I don't mind it. I like playing evils, personally. You know, like, I like their lawful evilness, you know, maybe neutral evilness, right? Not chaotic. Chaotic is boring. Chaotic evil, it's just like murder stuff. You're gonna like say fuck you and then someone fuck you back, you're like, how could you? I'm gonna rip out your guts now and feed them to your pets. And then I'll kill your pets and eat your own guts that I fed your pets. So I can eat your guts and your pets. You know, stuff like that. I don't know, I usually also played without alignments to begin with, right? I just, played without alignments when I actually did play it. I was like, hey, no, you just play your character. I don't want to keep track of your alignments, honestly. It's, you behave how your character would behave, okay? There you go. Oh shit, blue item? Heart Pierce. Guys, we don't only have one dagger for our rogue, we now have 2 daggers for our rogue. Man, imagine being a rogue about right now. I burn the good guy and bad guy. I don't discriminate. Yeah, that's chaotic neutral. Like, that doesn't seem like true. Right, like, so it seems more chaotic neutral. Wait, Waylayer Jerkin. Oh, we can start jerking it now? Okay, that's actually good, yeah. It's more of a... Okay, so this is more of a hunter item because of the late trap. But, the stats are pretty decent, so I'll be actually swapping out. Guys, I got rid of my diaper. I actually look like a warrior now! Hey guys! We actually look like we fight! Wow! That's crazy! And we got a stylish scarf to boot as well. You know, as an additional bonus. Okay, careful, 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 careful. There's a couple liches in there. And some frost revenants. I grow in size. I become a huge man here. It's too high risk to be average sized man. Okay, break the traps while we're at it as well. You know, make the most out of our current size here. And we're back to being medium. Average soldier. For preferring lawful evil in a sense, a character can be naive and believe they are so good guy when they aren't, do code or order. Yeah, like they have rules they follow, right? And yeah, I can see how they could think they would be like the good person. There's also chaotic good, which is basically Arthas before Arthas became the Lich King, right? It's like, we gotta burn down Stratholme because, you know, we don't want the plague to spread. It is a good thing, but it is an extremely chaotic approach, right? It was more like a chaotic good guy. Ouch. You didn't like the Arthas reference? Yeah. Then you have Arthas, which is the Lich King. What do we put the Lich King into? Like, would we say it's like lawful evil? Just evil? He doesn't strike me chaotic evil, though. Like, it is basically being controlled. So I think maybe lawful evil, maybe? Like, with his approach? Because it's like too organized to be just chaotic, right? Oh, look, we got the cow people down here. We got the bovine invaders. Giving me some fat stacks of EXP right now. Punk. You think Minotaurs are wacky? Just wait until you see the half-dragon people. It is a thing. There's just half-dragons in this game. And when I say half-dragon, it's more like half-dragon, half-centaur. Be fair. I mean, I still wish I can find, like, the old maps I used to make for this game. Like, there's a lot of maps I would love to show some people here. You know, like, just partially nostalgia, right? Partially, I would like to see it as well again. I just don't know if I actually have them still on the old laptops. If I even have the old laptops to begin with, right? Could just be that they got voided. Did I go down here and then... No. I go around. I see the Minotaurs. Yeah, no, we go nice and round and we go down to the bottom. Like that area out. Yes. And then we should be fighting the big Minotaur. I saw him briefly as a quest marker on the minimap. And... Alright, so that's a... Let's see. Minimap light to... I came back for nothing. How awkward. Taking you downtown! Wait for who's going to be huge. The Minotaur Lord. That's the actual boss. The Minotaur Lord. It's actually a pretty fun fight. Like, it's nothing too crazy. The Talaki. So, we're playing this game, once again, as a reminder, with minus 100% resistance to most things, effects, and abilities, right? So I don't resist much, I just kinda tank it. That's why I have a huge health pool and why I went with defense as well for my class. And, you know, the good side is I'm getting like a special resource known as Electrum, and I'm also getting a massive boost in rarity drops, basically. The downside, on the other hand, I eat a lot of damage. So understand. However, it doesn't feel to be that bad. Honestly, like it actually does not feel to be that severe for debuff so far. Like it's probably like a thing that I'll feel way more later in the game. Right, like when there's gonna be enemies that actually hit hard. Looking at you, Mortal Throne DLC. Looking at you specifically, actually. And you can have some very hard-hitting stuff. And yeah, I also remember my first ever build was a Soothsayer. Basically Necromancy with nature. So it was like a ultimate summoner. I got my ass kicked so fucking hard. Because I was a summoner, but I kept speccing into strength. Because I like beating things up. Even though my abilities were intelligence-based. So, I had a broken character in not a fun way. And, you know, my summons eventually fell off as well. Due to, you know, like, summoning is very much item dependent. There's skills that help you a lot, don't get me wrong. But in the end, it does happen to be very item dependent. And yeah, it's a thing. I was very young back then, right? I didn't know how to actually build properly. I know I was amazed by the Lich Lord that you can summon in the game. Who was absolutely amazing for the majority of the game until you like start reaching late game of vanilla. Like around the end of Orient, I was getting my ass handed to me. But this build on the other hand, again, strikes me to be very solid overall. Like, fighting you with minus 100% resistances, we're doing pretty okay. All things considered. F, yeah, huge F. Absolutely massive F that I took. L, I took an L actually. I managed to beat the game with that build, however. It was also quite telling. I did struggle, but eventually I believe it clicked with me. And I was like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing that anymore. And I started like speccing differently. I think what I did was put a bunch of actual skill points into health. To increase my HP. And with that additional health, I was able to stay in the fight for a little longer. I also know for a fact that the final boss fight, you know how there's like those tiny shrines that give you like a bit of a buff as well? I know the final boss fight had like all the flavors of the shrines, you know, like they had a shrine for every little thing. So I kind of went in there and I like took them all. I summoned all the summons I can summon. And yeah, we just kind of went in there, beat them up after like a couple tries maybe. Typhon is a fun fight. Typhon can be pretty cool. Typhon has the he has some life still going on, I know that. That can be a little annoying. But other than that, it's a pretty solid battle, I would say. In hindsight. But he used to suck a lot. And I was not a fan of him. We go. I reached the Minotaurs after going around a bunch. Bonk. Oh shit, more automatons. Look at that. Yeah, we got mechanical parts which do they increase your nothing crazy. Having a bit of a speed. It's nice and all. But nothing world changing, right? Like, I got some shoes on me right now that give me a nice speed boost, and it's nice to travel using them. But it's not really anything that, you know, changes the way I would play. So maybe they're good for like a rogue, right, if you want to get a speed boost. Sadly, rare items or legendary items in this game can't benefit from charms, right? So I can't like apply the mechanical parts to my like vagabond attire that I got earlier. It ain't a thing, sadly. It ain't a thing. Alrighty. Oh, we got demons. Yeah, they can be very annoying. Again, lifesteal. They hurt you, they heal themselves. Can be a bit of a pain to go up against. Yeah, it's, you know, the real shame is simply, like, not having, like, it is a shame you can't, like, put those charms on your items. It is a bit of a shame. But I guess it was for, like, quote-unquote balance. Not like you can totally not break the game completely if you wanted to anyways, right? So, like, really what difference does it make? You have people later on walking around just, like, one-tapping legendary bosses. You know, like the secret bosses, you just like explode them. Like it's nothing. Like, I don't know, I mean, there's probably a mod to change that, but like, it is a shame. What I also can tell you, in my custom game mode, right, like the custom maps I used to make, I made like one massive city with all the possible traders in the game could go to. I also went ahead and made a cheat room, like a death room, right? So I made it using a special tile set in the game that you can see only in one particular place. And I placed down every blue and purple item existent in the game. Because I wanted to see what they looked like. And some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are really cool. And it was also nice seeing the armor sets as well. For some of them. Because you sometimes just don't get lucky and have the entire set drop. I also learned that, you know, you look at the enemy and you see them like holding their weapons and whatnot, right? I did learn in one of my custom maps, enemies can spawn with epic rarity or legendary weapons equipped in this game. I don't know how rare it is, but I remember I had it happen with the actual rat people. I was like going through a sewer dungeon I made, right? There are like slime enemies in there, and there were some rats and whatnot. And basically, one of the rat people had the obsidian axe, which is a fairly early-ish, epic tier weapon. It was still wacky seeing them actually walk around with it. Unexpected. Also, thank you for the hat polish, Anu. It brings luck, I heard. Welcome to the labyrinth of the Minotaur. Yeah. I kind of feel like this guy is made with me. Is the shelf only 4 bottles of the water, like... Oh my... Yeah, I know, it's... yeah, no, it's, yeah. Also, talk about the fizzy water again. It's like acid, you know, it's liquid death almost, you know, it's like a little too fizzy for my liking. It's not so bad anymore. It really isn't as bad anymore. It was a little worse when I opened the bottle. It's just like average fizzy water. Yeah. I've only had 4 bottles though, like, I mean, as long as you got your goods though, right? You got the goods you came for, right? So, what you wanna do is yonk them before else yonks them. Extra spawn with good items, why would you keep it in a chest? I know, right? It is a very rare thing to happen, and usually you do find it in chests or on, like, hero enemies or, like, bosses maybe, right? But sometimes a normal enemy can simply spawn with a pretty good item in their hands. You know, it is definitely a thing that can occur. Again, very rare, but possible. And you know what? When you kill them, you actually get the item. Simple as. Yeah. Fellow customers, whoever gets them, that gets to keep them. I remember when it was like in the US, right? And you know, they didn't like restock the things like they restocked them over here, right? So like, you know, like I believe they restocked it at the end of the day, like in Walmart there. And oh god, we got some stinky people. I go big for stink. I say no to Nurgle. Yeah, like basically they restocked at the evening, I believe, right? And what happened was there was like, you know, there were like some cookies I actually liked, right? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's go check out the store, right? Let's go in there, see if they have them. Yeah, they technically had them, but like not really. Like it was sold out. Okay, it was completely gone. This looks fun. Luke, this is a lot of fun. It's a First of all, look, how you doing, by the way? How you doing? Big boy, big smack. That's right, huge man, huge smack. Look, it's lovely to see you. Hope everything's going well. We're playing Titan Quest. It's an old ARPG I used to play as a wee lad. And yeah, it's very lovely to play again. Like, I played during the subathon a little, during the birthday subathon, and you know, it's one of the games that kind of stuck with me. You know, I was like, I gotta play more. I gotta play more. I have to, you know. I have to go for more Titan Quest. Was just leveled up, which is pretty cool. Working at a moment? Oh shit! I hope the shift goes by quickly. How was the take? You just started work not too long ago. Yeah, wait, yeah. Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, you work until like, very late for me. I remember, yeah. Like, pretty late into the day for me. Bonk, yeah. There's similar to the old game, I love it. 8. You might need to help me out with that one. I know if you're big into ARPGs, but the closest ARPG to this one is Grim Dawn. Again, if anyone played Grim Dawn, you'll see a lot of those things from Grim Dawn in this game, because the developers of Grim Dawn were the developers that made Titan Quest, actually. There's a lot of very, very similar systems. If you don't know that game, imagine Diablo, but it's like mythological, right? So you start in ancient Greece. You go to like Egypt later on, then the Orient with Babylon and China, and eventually you go back to Greece 2 more times. I believe, yeah, 2 more times to go back to Greece, because Greece, you know, Greek mythology is like the one thing that, you know, this game was kind of based around. You also go to the Norse mythology and whatnot, you know, like visit like Odin probably. Yeah. I'll work for another 5 hours. Yeah, it's yeah, it's gonna be like 10 PM for me. Or 11 rather. Yeah. No, that checks out, But yeah, I mean, again, hope the shift goes by quickly. I go strength for the strength gods. And I go ahead and make my psionic touch you a little more. Woo. That's right. I open the ornate stone door. And then I plop down a teleporter and leave. I go back to Delphi. Bye! Yeah. No, I just gonna kinda wanna sell some items and store some stuff before I find a master.
Be as the mouse.
Really about it.
Provision.
Wait, look, we got some cool daggers, you know? Got some pretty neat daggers right here, alright? I don't think we have any gears. But we do have demon blood. Yeah. Yeah. I'll send you the game I was talking about on Disco when I have a second. Yeah, absolutely. No worries. Yeah. I gotta go back now, but you have a good stream. Hey, again, absolutely appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. It really means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Nani? Nani to which part? which part out of all those things there? What I'm doing right now, basically, the funny dink sounds you hear, that's me organizing my charms, right? Because those are like things you can buff your armors with, basically. And yeah, I'm just kind of organizing them around real quick. That is a pretty good helmet, and it's level 25. Wow. That's something for personal storage right here. Yeah. Me making nice mans.
Live long, O traveler.
Shields, greaves, buy the whole
Yeah.
So
Buy the whole set. I'm not going to, however. Bye-bye. And then we go fight the Minotaur Lord. The king of Minos. Currently we have 60k Electrum, which is cool. I actually have now a battle scarf, and I actually have clothing on me.